Okay. Now we've got it captured. I have to set that so that it'll run as admin every time. It's my bad, everyone. Sorry about that. I forgot about that. Shall do so right now. I could have sworn I did that, but whatever. Stream is back up, and we're watching
Dyer's
this
middle tower is under attack.
Ability Draft game.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's
So it
middle
looks like
tower
they'll
has
clean out that
fallen.
tower and
Shoot the
Cameron,
messenger.
what do you think about the Radiant's chance of winning this game here?
Fuck it if I know, dude.
You're not
Radiant's
even in the game. Idiot.
Sorry that it's not working, bro.
It's okay. I forgive you for being bad. What kind of courier do they have? Baby Roshan? Okay, that's pretty good. It has Ethereal Flame, so purple and... yeah, purple and purple. Okay, that's pretty cool. What kind of courier do we have here? Tori the Sky Guardian. Eh. What server are they playing on, I wonder? Can you do... won't this tell you? Oh, wait, do you have to do... oh my god, I'm an idiot. I forget the ping command for here.
Too strong.
Whatever.
So FNF something wants to demand Radiant or feed.
Whoa, what?
There's a bunch of people in the lobby. Demanding.
Their game must have been over. Okay, good. This guy added me.
Oh, he added me too. Swag.
Okay, where is he?
Oh, stormy! Double dominating!
I have to accept it first, no shit. Okay, so... open him up to... okay, I will flip a coin. And...
Dyer's top tower
I actually
is
say this
under
here.
attack.
That... and...
I was stupid. I couldn't find the game.
whoever call... or wait, who should call the game? Who should call it? Probably the people who are actually here.
Yeah.
Okay, or I'll just say this in this chat.
Dyer's poor top tower. Can its end be drawing nigh? Time is running out for Dyer's middle tower. And the storm of battle ends in the calm of a radiant victory.
Dude, Kevin is disappointed.
Pick... or...
China.
let me find a coin. Here we go. This is a quarter, and it has South Dakota. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, flipping. It is tails.
You just have like a flood of people in your room.
Okay, tails.
How big's your room?
Do you want side or
Life
pick
is hard.
order?
That's it.
So we got
Why do I never ban?
Dragon and Farming Feed. Cool.
Oh, really?
Did he delete his comment? I think Kevin
Kevin?
deleted his comment, yeah. I don't see it.
I think like it was there, but then wasn't there, and I was like, "What?" Oh, it's probably because as soon as he saw it, it like was there.
Yeah, for everyone listening right now, why does it say disconnected from server? Oh, the other server.
All four
It's
people watching.
because we're waiting for the other people.
Oh, your split's back again. The God Hand. But he's a brain.
If you really want, I can go and look up the rules here.
Oh my god. Crap, I have Murphy. Please, no. He's not good on this. Everyone swans with 400 movements do this. Dodge it. Lux.
Okay, so DGZ has picked Radiant.
You can't summon
I'm
level
gonna
1
switch
rapidly with
the
level 1 kill.
thing to the other order.
Should I dodge? We're gonna be one. They have like 4 assassins. Whoa.
I will check the rules right now and make sure here. I
What
believe the
doing?
rules are in here.
Cause I'm like they've all level
Maybe
up.
not. Oh yeah, more than 15 minutes.
Breast cancer NA.
So each game, so if they're
That's
more
like
than
a
15 minutes late, then they get a loss for the first game.
Dude, I'm gonna coach farm and feed.
Wait,
Don't
what?
duck.
Where?
The coaching position?
No, please no.
But they have faction. What? Oh my god. LJ Mastery has AP Masteries.
Just a little bit of adminning. Should be underway shortly.
Can I go raid and pillage? Later. I fisted you. 10 on 10 would do again.
What if I just do this?
Does he just go around asking for other people's food?
Test.
This is an
Test. 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 Yeah, I think so.
Get the bush, you hacker.
Okay. good stuff going on here.
Why does someone charge the bush? Like that one person who face checked that from all the way over here.
We're gonna start the draft in 4 minutes.
If we would have had like a halfway decent level 1, we would have murdered him. You can literally just spam that. Oh my god. Are you ready? I can pull Vigor. Ready? That works. What?
Yeah, sorry everyone. If I'd known that it was gonna be this long of a wait, I would have put on some music. But we should be starting in just a couple minutes.
Brand, please. He's free. No. There's so many minions in the bush. Ready? Oh my god. Oh my, I'm done.
Well, they have 4 people now, so looks like we're gonna get to the draft.
Stupid stun move turd.
Cam, are you even there? Or did you just leave?
No, I muted myself because Chess was in the room.
Okay.
Are they talking about TI?
Yeah, we were.
Oh, that sucks. An internship during the time?
It's 9:15.
This Rengar has 5 kills, by the way.
Yeah, you can't say they're ready when one person's missing.
It's 9:15.
I wanted to flame Benson more.
How's he level 4 if he was just playing for like 10 minutes?
Is he typing password?
Oh, how did he die?
It's the weirdest bottle. Hey Evan, I got Rourke here. Do you want him to head to his house and he can stream with us, or
Maybe.
he says
Okay,
maybe?
we're going.
All right, we're starting now. So
Look at
you
this
Probably.
beautiful screen. Okay, so we are finally underway here.
Vigor's in one shot.
Not the best on timing, but
Okay. The God Hand will teach you his ways.
I mean, are we actually gonna remake or?
There's too many minions and he's like sitting in them.
Well, you can ask him in the chat.
No, they're not gonna remake.
Radiant team
That's fine.
ban.
Again, he always has flash.
Dire team ban.
It was a yoke. Anyways, you can probably stay till like halfway through this game and then head home and cast. How many games are we doing tonight, Evan?
It's a best of 3.
Best of 3. Is it just this one game?
10 seconds.
Wait.
Like, is it just
Wait a
this one
second,
match?
wait a second, wait a second.
Seconds remaining.
How...
Reserve time.
Wait. Never mind. What did you say?
I was asking, is this going to be the only matchup tonight, or is there another one?
This is
Go
the
help
only
and set up
one.
your mic, that'd be pretty good. This is the only one? Alright.
Yeah, they're DCing.
Oh wow, they actually DC'd.
Yeah.
Zarok, you should just go ahead and head home. If you can make it there fast enough, you can join us for this one. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Well, it's not. You don't even live that far away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the reason why I like stopped for a second was because I realized I hadn't set first pick to dire.
Apartment.
Just waiting for the last person to reconnect in.
And then I can do stats.
Sure, I can set to east.
Are the Chinese casters online?
No.
Okay, you just one shot it now. He was one shot it. If he does it again, he's gonna get one shot it again.
It's kind of weird that there's no Chinese casters.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna get him.
I don't know where they are.
He almost one hits me.
Not even admins? Dude, it's fucking weird.
Bye.
That Legionnaire picture. So good. Wait, did she have like a nose ring? What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't.
I
See
never
that?
saw that before. I didn't pay that much attention to it. Let me open my.
It's just a stud.
I can. You have like 0 sound in Dota.
Oh, really?
Like I can barely hear you.
Well, my open mic is all the way. It's as close to my mouth as I can get it, really.
Then you have some problem with it in Dota that you should fix sometime.
Dire team
Maybe.
ban.
Well, here we go. After the remake. Whew, so finally underway. 20 minutes late. Partially my fault, and partially other people's fault. But it's okay now, we're going. So this is a best of 3. This is the second semifinal. First semifinal was forfeited, so Who's That Handsome Devil will be in the finals,
5
which are
seconds
Sunday night. And this is the other semifinal. This will be a best of 3 between Farm and Feed and DragonGeorgeZ. Winner will go to the final, and loser will get nothing.
That's intense.
Yep. Finals will
let's,
be Sunday night. I don't believe I know the exact time. I think it's 7? I'll have to check between games. Should be pretty nice. I'm gonna go a little early, help set up and shit.
Cool.
10 seconds remaining.
So what's
Alright,
gonna be
well,
the first pick here? They did say they wanted first pick, so maybe they'll. Okay, so they'll go for the Invoker, who's been pretty strong lately. And that's probably what they were thinking of when they wanted the first pick.
Yeah. Interested in seeing if it's going to be Quas Flex or Quas Exhort Invoker. Depending, if they have a lot of lockdown on their team, they'll probably be seeing a Quas Exhort Invoker, just so that we get more damage output from him. Otherwise, he's probably going to have to go Quas Flex and really pick up the Tornado EMP to give the team some needed lockdown. But
Quas
I mean,
Wax
first
is actually
pick,
pretty
so-
nice when you get to the higher levels, because the Tornado and the EMP can do a lot of damage, and they
5
have like a
seconds
pretty
remaining.
large AoE.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
I'm
see
gonna
what
think a little bit about this
DragonGeorgeZ wants to pick
couple
up.
picks here. Usually the first couple picks, if your second pick, really determine how you're gonna do the rest of the draft, because you can really like set up some sort of combo or something. No, they may try to address this Invoker now or later. I mean, technically though, the Invoker could also safe lane or something. So we'll see. Could also be the famed Wex Exhort Invoker, which would
The Wax
automatically lose
Exhort
them the game.
Invoker. Nah, dude, that shit's so good. Are you kidding?
I hope
You get
I hope it'll be
EMP
good.
and you get Sunstrike.
So
And they're
get them
set up
around
with
in the
the
bane so they
Urbana-Champaign.
like I said, they already have the combo.
It's a really scary combo.
Yeah.
So Farm and Feed's going to be really smart about what offlaner they want to pick up. Or if it's an aggressive tri-lane, they have to be really careful about who they're going to be putting up against that Mirana Bane combo.
Mm-hmm. You know who could? Well, I guess he is banned, but Ember could work after he gets like a second level Flame Guard.
Possibly, but
Because I believe
Bane's
that would block a good
relatively
amount of
good.
damage.
Bane's relatively good against Ember Spirit because he has so much lockdown. And he's able to take away the extra 120 damage that, not really take away, but he's able to negate a lot of the damage output of Sleight of Fists from the Ember Spirit when he picks up the Enfeeble. I mean, obviously there's no Ember Spirit this game, but hey,
Yeah.
fun facts.
Interesting. They have the Tinker ban.
Uh,
Because I haven't seen too much Tinker. Maybe there could be. I think one of these players was a really good Tinker. Don't remember. But I sort
Alright,
of have
we're
that
seeing the
idea.
Ancient Apparition get picked up. He's been a really popular support as of late.
Yeah, he
which is
is
cool to
the.
see.
I want to say the most picked hero in the last month.
10
Wow,
seconds
really?
remaining.
Yeah.
That's actually not surprising because he doesn't really get
5
banned,
seconds remaining.
but he provides so much to a team.
Yeah.
Basically, once he hits 6,
So
and,
good.
like earlier too, but most of it once he hits that ult, like if he gets a good ult off, that can really like completely change a fight around.
Yeah. Like, I don't know about the Shatter. The Shattered isn't that great. It's more the no healing that's really good.
Yeah. Also, the initial burst from it and just the damage over time.
The damage is like pretty good, and the fact that it's global can really help. I mean, it's a little bit hard, I know from experience, to land it when you're really close to the fight.
5 seconds
But
remaining.
if you do it like at the beginning and then you initiate in as part of it, can really set up a nice fight for you.
Radiant
And that'll
team
really help in addition if you have the AA ult as well as a Sunstrike. So more reason to go for a Quas Exhort Invoker.
Yep. And we are seeing the Nyx Assassin picked up. So, very solid hero. He does really well against heroes like Invoker and Ancient Apparition with the Mana Burn. And especially since he has the Spike Carapace, if he is ever in danger if this is a Quas Exhort Invoker, let's say, or even a Quas Flex really, he's able to stop a lot of the initiation from the Invoker and put a lot of damage back that Ancient Apparition or probably some of the other heroes that Farm and Feed are going to be picking up soon are able to put out.
Yeah. Cam, I'm going to leave it to you to check chat if anything happens. There's only like 4 viewers right now, but if I don't check chat as much, then I won't have to alt-tab and thus make it look like the stream or my game is lagging.
Oh, yeah, no, you can, since I've got 2 screens, you should just like
Yeah,
leave
you
it
just
up all
do
the
that.
time. I can just monitor it for
Yeah.
us. I kind of figured that I was doing that beforehand, but I guess not. Anyways, we're
Not
seeing
really.
a Lion get picked up. Lion is a very, very strong hero, able to bring a lot to a team fight. He's got 2 really good lockdown abilities with the Spike able to hit multiple heroes, and the Hex being able to just keep someone as a frog for so long. How long does it last when it's maxed out? It's like
Chicken,
4
not a
seconds.
frog.
Hex is a frog.
Kaiser
Shadow
enters
Shaman is a
channel.
chicken.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
bro.
mixed them up. Yeah,
Shadow Shaman is a chicken. Lion is a frog. Sheepstick is a pig.
yeah. And yet
There
none
are
of them
no
are a
actual
sheep.
sheeps. Oh, it's a real shame.
Another note: lion doesn't look like a lion.
The strangest things.
So
Anyways, and then of course his finger to go along with Ancient Apparition's ultimate can
Well.
basically kill anyone at early levels.
yeah, and especially if he does manage to get the eggs, and I mean they'll probably need some sort of hero that can put everyone together. You know, like a Darkseer, Enigma, Magnus, something like that. And then they could possibly combo that up with a good Lion Ags ult.
Well, that's if they are able to get that farm on the line. He really does need a Blink Dagger before he can do his full potential. Like, he has decent range on the spells. Like, they're not amazing, but once he gets a Blink Dagger, he's able to do more. And yeah, we're seeing that Doombringer get picked up. I think Doom is just a great hero overall. His, like, the actual Doom ability is so good. I'm actually shocked that more people don't do Ags Refresher on him. Like, I understand why you pick up AC and Shiva's Guard on him, because it just makes him so hard to kill. Plus, with the ability to eat creeps and stuff, he becomes such a scary hero. But with Ags Refresher, it's like instantaneously taking 2 heroes out of a fight permanently.
Yeah, and that Doom will, I mean, until we see more, the top priority I'm seeing here is definitely the Invoker.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you could Doom the Lion and it would probably give you a nice kill, but really the Invoker is what you want because of his his spell output. And the fact
sheer
that he won't be
potential.
able to get away with like a Ghost Walk or an Ice Wall or something.
Yeah. And Clockwork is getting picked up. Clockwork does pretty well against these heroes. He's going to be able to, if he saves his hook shot and doesn't have to initiate, he's going to be able to save anyone who's getting Bane ulted or anything.
How do you think the Radiant is going to lane this so far?
How the Radiant team's going to lane? I would assume that the way this is set up, Nyx is going to be your mid with a safe lane solo Doom, and in an aggro tri-lane, Mirana Bane and whoever else they pick up.
And what do you think about farm and feed?
As for farm and feed, Invoker's probably going to be mid. You can safe lane the Invoker, but he really needs his levels. More so than the Ancient Apparition in the Lion.
So you're thinking a defensive tri-lane then?
Possibly defensive tri-lane or 2-1-2, depending on who else goes. Because Clockwork does really well solo, but if he has one other person with him, like an Ancient Apparition or a Lion, both of those heroes will work really well with the Clockwork.
I don't know, I feel like Lion or A might die though.
Yeah. In the offlane situation, if it's like, if the pair went against a tri-lane, they're much more likely to die. Against another dual lane, kind of depends on which team plays better.
Yeah, it also depends on if
they... one person, obviously, they're going to be able to be fine.
Yeah, it also depends on whether they think that the other team is going to run the solo Doom like you're thinking, because then they would definitely be okay with running a dual lane down there. And the Pugna will mean that this is going to be a pretty aggressive kind of lineup here, because now they add that push element to their high damage output here, with you have the Nyx and the Arrow.
That could be a one-position Pugna, and we could be seeing Mirana being run as a support.
Maybe.
I mean,
almost run the Pugna like mid, but maybe not against an Invoker.
Definitely not against an Invoker. Pugna's too squishy to go up against a hero like that.
Yeah.
Because Quas Wex or Quas Exhort, either way, or Wex Exhort, Invoker could definitely shit all over a Pugna really hard.
We could even see a mid Doom actually.
Mid Doom would be pretty interesting. But I mean, when Pugna does get picked up, he tends to be run relatively in the one position. I mean, you see people like Havost playing him.
So the Spectre's going to be interesting against this Pugna. Okay, you will be able to Doom the Spectre, I guess, but I don't think that'll help
Spectre's
that much.
not that great of a Doom target, though.
Yeah. Doesn't have too much output.
The extra damage output, it really doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Spectre's Spectre like gets some bonuses from being able to throw out the dagger. When she gets doomed, I forget if dispersion stops working or not. If it does, then it
I
actually
believe
is
so,
going to
yeah.
be worth it. If it that 22% damage that she wouldn't be taking normally. Actually, you know what? Spectre is a pretty good doom target now that I'm thinking about it.
You know what will also be good is the Enfeeble onto Spectre, because Spectre doesn't do too much damage for a long time.
Not until she gets like Butterfly Radiance.
Yeah, and that's going to be a
Meta.
long time considering this
5
lineup
seconds
here.
remaining.
And that's if she chooses to go Radiance.
Yeah. So, check over here and switch that up. So, for the semi-final today here, we have DragonGeorgeZ and we'll have Ghost and Arrow on a really nice Nyx set. I like that a lot. And we'll have Confissory, who will be playing the Pugna. See whether he's in a one position yet or not. We'll have Chopa77 on the Murana, which he's definitely played before. Meridius will be playing the Bane, and lastly Lilac on an interesting Doom set.
Is this the HY set?
Let me check this.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's partial HY set, partial other
I
sets.
have that as that. On the side of Farm Feed, we'll have Chromosome playing the Clockwork. No characters on the Spectre. No characters on the Lion. Oh, this is Todd. Okay, that's good enough for me. Todd on the Invoker, and no characters on the Ancient Apparition. So this will be blue, and we'll have green and pink. Okay.
Looks like we got the Dire going into the Radiance jungle. They're not going to be finding
They're circling
anyone,
a ward up here and pinging it out as well.
30
So
seconds to
looks like they're
battle.
gonna just go drop ward there, and that'll be good. Help a little more for this off lane here, and not as much for mid. But it looks like could possibly be having an off lane Nyx. He does have boots first, so
Yeah, this next is definitely going to be
Okay.
offlane.
and they'll put up a ward here. Pretty good. I'd say they'll have actually the Doom is gonna circle this general area, realizing that the heroes were gonna rotate into that area. Nice haster in here. Don't think it'll do too much at the moment. I really like how the drawing goes under the water, by the way, just as an aside.
It's pretty cool.
Nice
Yeah,
little...
this Marana's going to be run as a support. She picked up sentries and smoke.
So they're gonna
So,
have a roaming...
It's a tri-lane.
No, I think they're roaming. Unless they're gonna move up. So far it looks like they're roaming right here. They're just gonna sit and wait for someone to check the rune, I think. Oh, did they smoke? Yeah, they smoked.
They're going for
So
Invoker.
Bane's going to lead the charge here, coming across, has the Nightmare ready, and is going to get the Nightmare onto the Invoker. Looks like we're going to have Pugna coming up. They do manage to hit the arrow, as well as the Nether Blast doing a lot of good damage, and still stunned will be First Blood, and the mid Pugna looks like will be picking up that kill. So interesting lanes here, and looks like the roaming combo, they're going to, yeah, they're definitely roaming here, has a couple of clarities. Gonna clarity up again, and now has enough for Nightmare, and arrow ready as well. So are they just gonna do this again?
It looks like
They're having the courier come out with another smoke. So yeah, looks like they're just gonna go again. Meanwhile, on bottom, looks like Doom will be going up against a tri-lane here, so not having a great time, but they are gonna shut down this Invoker here, and this tri-lane isn't really worth it right now. Not getting much experience on anyone.
No. I find that with the Dire side, if your tri-lane isn't doing the work that it can, like, I don't know, for some reason, Dire side tri-lanes, when they don't work out, they tend to throw the game completely out of balance. Whereas with the Radiant side, like, you can pull the creeps.
Oh,
you can
check top,
start
check top.
farming.
They're coming in with another smoke. Bane again coming up first here. Gonna try to get the Nightmare off. Clockwork possibly realizing this. Just gonna go to the side shop. No, has no idea yet. And they will be able to come right in here. Arrow to be launched momentarily. Gonna try to get a good spot here. He's actually popped the cogs. This isn't really helping
They
too
baited
much.
out the cogs.
Yeah, taking a lot of good damage. The Nightmare will go off. The arrow comes in now, and this should be enough damage for another kill here. Yep, there we go. Actually gets killed by creeps this time, but look at mid. Pugna gonna take some damage here. Gets hexed up. They pop the Chilling Touch here, and the
Oh, the tornado
Cold
misses.
Feet but they just barely get the kill with the last hit from the Ancient Apparition.
The lucky Ancient Apparition has good range on. Otherwise, that would have been
Yeah,
really
Ancient Apparition has
unfortunate.
really good range.
It's 600. All three of the heroes actually have 600 range.
Yeah,
He is
it's
a
just
little bit
that
farther
with
forward.
I don't know, with Ancient Apparition, since he has like a little bit of a delay to his animation, like heroes with that have a delay to their animation because they have like really long backswings, they feel like they have more range because even though you like start your attack at 600 range, they can walk away, so it can be like 700.
I mean, like that's what makes Lena really good. Is
Well,
she
Lena
has
also has more
625
than
base.
600.
She's
Actually,
got
Clockwork
625.
went to the wrong place here. Gets nightmared up. They're going to wait for... Nope, Nyx isn't even going to try this. They're just going to arrow and maybe able to get enough damage here anyway. No, unfortunately not. I don't know if the Nyx was too far back for that or what.
If the Knicks had been closer to getting an impale, that would have been really good.
Yeah, I felt like they could have gotten a kill here. He is going to use his salve and make sure that's okay. Meanwhile, on bottom, looks like Doom had to pop the Scorched Earth to make sure that he wasn't going to die there. And how is Spec doing on last hit? It's pretty good, 15. Doom doing okay-ish at 9, but not as well as you want, considering that Spectre has a 8 eyes.
Yeah, but if you consider that, with the Doom being solo, going up against a tri-lane,
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
true.
that Spectre only has 17 last hits and that Doom has managed to get 9, that's really good for this Doom. Plus, he's still able to go into the jungle, like he's going in right now. He's going to be looking for a creep. He might probably
Yeah, he's
pick
already
up,
almost level 5.
He could possibly pick up the
Wild
Wing.
Wing, yeah, gonna with the
Yeah.
Wild Wing.
Otherwise, he might be able to get the Summoner if he wants to go farther. No, he's going for the Wild Wing. But that with the bonus armor right there.
So it
that
looks
makes
like
your
for now
Doom
they're just gonna
really
try on
hard to
top.
kill. I don't really
Clockwork's
like
on the
this,
side.
but they kind of have to. I mean, it's at this point it's a 1-2-2 by the Dire. So what DGZ really could do is they can send the roaming Bane and pot him down and try and pick off the Spectre and the Ancient Apparition.
And
Those-
that's what they're gonna do.
Oh, look at that!
Gonna
It's like a
watch
smart or
towards the
something.
rune spot here. They are going to get spotted up by this ward, possibly. Yeah, I believe he was envisioned for that. And going to try to do some damage here. Pugna does have the haste rune. Arrow misses. They do get the nightmare off and just need a couple more hits here. Pugna will end up getting the last hit here. Nice Earth Spike going off onto the Bane here means they will be able to clean him off with the tower, doing a lot of damage. They will get the Bane as well. But,
And
oh,
Pugna.
sweet decrep going off on the Pugna means that he will end up staying alive here and he'll bottle back up. So should be able to do a good amount of damage to this tier 1 tower here in the mid after those couple of kills.
And that, kids, is why it's important to have at least one indie craft.
Especially with the kind of diving that they're
Is
doing
running
here.
out for Dire's middle
Yeah, dude.
tower.
I mean, they were diving tower there for a solid, like, 10 seconds. Doom with the amount of health he has now just doesn't need to worry about the Spectre. And he is level 6 as well, has the arcane boots. And we'll check the XP graph here. Already up to 2,000 in favor here of DragonGeorgeZ. And we'll check the gold here, going to be 2,000 as well. Going to get the tornado off onto the Pugna, and cold feet proccing means they will be able to pick up the kill, and they'll get some netherward farm here as well. Swinging a little bit back, but this roaming combo that they picked up as their first 2 is really helping out a lot here. And now, next spot here is going to be bottom. Doom has not too much except for the actual Doom here in terms of damage and just sheer right clicks, but should be enough after the... oh, arrow's going to fly. Managed to dodge it. Can also ping out this AA here, sitting alone. We'll get a regen rune up here. Meanwhile, not too much going on mid for the moment. Gonna maybe pop another blast here. Pops the ward down. Okay. Doesn't realize maybe that the Ancient Apparition is coming in from the side. Invoker pretty far away. Gonna pop the cold feet onto Pugna, but not gonna do too much there. They are gonna get this ward here. On bottom, looks like they're going to just keep this tri-lane for a little while. Make sure that the Spectre doesn't get too much out of this, as Doom is getting back up to Spectre's level here. Gonna arrow onto a range creep there, and
So stupid.
not too much in the way right here. What do you think DragonGeorgeZ should do here to start switching? Oh, actually, hold that thought here. Looks like we're going to have TPs coming in. They are going to get a nice hook onto the Bane, who's doing a lot of good damage here. The Doom goes off onto the Clockwork, and are they going to be able to get the Invoker on the side? No, they're not. And no deaths yet, surprisingly. Will manage to get the Spectre just barely. The Bane so low health here. And the Doom gets cold feeted and will die, but they will get the Ancient Apparition. Or sorry, the Lion. Howler got the Ancient Apparition. And the DA.
Dire's bottom tower has
Everyone
fallen.
else. I lost it at the end of that fight. Because
Dire's
I was
top
so
tower is
surprised
under
that,
attack.
like, 2 people hadn't died already. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, that was really bad. If the trade had only been the Doom for the Spectre, then it would have been significantly better for Farm and Feed. Like, obviously, you don't want your Spectre to die.
Oh my
Like,
God.
that's just really tough. But you don't really want your Doom to die either. So, it would have been an even trade. But the fact that Farm and Feed lost their 2 supports to go along with this, really shit.
Bro, she doesn't
Yeah.
have
And Doom already has 1,300 gold right now. You think they're gonna try for a slower type of game, get like a Midas on the Doom and maybe the Mirana or something, and try to like get them to both really carry? Or do you think they should just face rush it with ganks and stuff, sort of like they're doing right now in the mid here, gonna kill the Lion?
I think they really need to keep up what they're doing now.
Gonna maybe
Doom
get
really
the Spectre
doesn't need a
here.
Midas. If Doom does get in that Midas,
So
that's
close.
Doom with the Midas is really.
Oh,
really
actually,
good.
Clock's gonna hook in onto the Bane, taking a lot of damage and should be able to die from the battery assault here. Yep, that's that. So, sorry, did you think he should go for a Midas?
No, I don't think we should.
You think he should go for like a drum kind of thing, or phase boots or something like that? Well, I guess he already has boots, but some like good early mid game items.
I think that the Doom should possibly be the mech carrier for their team. I really feel that of all the other heroes, it would be significantly better for them. After that, just getting a Shiva. Oh, with the AC with a Blink Dagger. Since Doom has this Blink Dagger now, he needs to find a Centaur. Otherwise, it's kind of worthless. Like, you can always blink Doom, but being able to blink Centaur Stomp is really strong.
Blink Stomp is pretty good. Looks like they may be able to see each other here. Good Nether Ward in the spot here, and the Doom goes off onto the Spectre, but Nick's in kind of an odd place here. They will be able to get the Ancient Apparition and the line as well. Looks like Nick's close to death here. The Vendetta still got hit by the EMP, but stalking this Invoker here will pop the Mana Boots, and the Vendetta hit means they're going to do a good amount of damage here. Going to get decrept and Nether Blasted, and they will be able to pick up that kill as well. So, triple kill for the Pugna, doing pretty well here, and they should be able to get this Clockwork on the side. Just need a couple more hits. Yeah, he's going to be cut off by the Mirana here. Actually going to go down, and not enough mana on anyone. The Urn will tick him out, though. End up being 4 kills for DGZ, and may consider a push onto the top tier 1 as well.
Yeah, dude. DGZ is just really controlling this game right now.
Yeah, they really got it with the Miranda Bane combo that they picked up.
It's a very strong combo. It's really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I don't think Farm and Feed expected the roaming combo there.
Bottom tower.
And even though Bane's Nightmare is a lot, and he doesn't have too much mana to start out with, the fact that they had a couple of clarities meant that they could do it like a couple of times before they had to wait a little bit. And that was all they really needed to set up an early advantage. Got a ward here just to make sure nothing's going to happen while they get this tower.
Dire's top tower
Who has Blink,
has
too?
fallen.
I guess I was already clicking on
Yeah,
them. Huh.
the Doom has a blink.
Yeah. Already selected him and hadn't noticed that. Pugna's going to go for, looks like the early Necro book. So they're just going to end this. They just want to end this quickly. They got the advantage and they just want to get those towers down. I think that should be a good idea. Think anyone else should go for Necro book? Or just the Pugna?
Probably just the Pugna. I mean, the Bane can get one. It is actually a very good item on the Bane. But, like, you don't really want to get that
They're gonna
on
dive this.
your Mirana.
They're diving the tower right now. Gonna get the stun onto the clockwork here. Decrep means that he's gonna die after the suck here. Get some cogs out, which may be a little bit annoying, but not too much. The Doom here manages to doom the Invoker, but will die. The Vendetta gonna hit the Ancient Apparition, but diving pretty far here. Doesn't have any mana. Will be able to come back and get the Spectre, though. That no mana Blink Dagger change really helping him out there.
Can its end be drawing? Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like another tower going to go down here.
Top tower is
And 15 to 6 the score now. Switch over to net worth, and really this net worth, you can see, just look at that Pugna, man. He's doubling up on everyone. TP's coming in, doing a good amount of damage, but they're going to make it out here. Tornado doesn't manage to connect with anyone, and Invoker running as fast as he can, but not going to be able to catch anyone, I believe. Oh, they're actually going to wait here on the side. Going to wait and see if anyone comes up for them. Not gonna happen yet. What's this sort of switching going on? Is he switching boots or something? Why does he drop his arcane boots?
He dropped his arcane boots that he gets more out of.
It's just he waited a little while, which is confusing.
Yeah,
They're gonna
just
see if they can get
weird
this Invoker here. He doesn't have enough mana for much. Doesn't have enough mana for Ghostwalk yet. Now he has enough, and they do have the dust necessary to try to pick him off here. Going at 422 speed means he's pretty fast. The stun's gonna miss, and the Nether Blast, though, will be able to pick it up.
Nothing is real.
Yep. And Necro gets...
Yep, the Necro's up.
Yeah, Necro won. So Doom right now is, in fact, going for his mechanism.
See any other items I missed here? Looks like Spectre may be going for a drum here.
Spectre almost has drum, which is unfortunate because at 14 minutes you do not want your Spectre to almost have drum.
What do you think Doom is going for, since he has the headdress, but there's already
mechanism.
there's already a mech on the puck now.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably pipe then. I don't see
I think
see
that
a
would be
reason why
pretty
they
good.
wouldn't want the pipe.
Oh, he actually continues this TP in here, and the hook is actually going to hit on the Invoker, I believe. They doom him and instantly blow him up. Moranum ult goes off, and they do manage to kill the Ancient Apparition with the suck. Gonna get a Nightmare onto the Clockwork, doing good damage, and the Fiend's Grip onto the Lion. Means they're gonna get 4 kills here, and 20 to 6, this game looks to be just wrapping up.
Yeah, dude, DragonGeorgeZ is just in full control of this game right now.
They're sending the lines down to go for the Spectre, who's running away as fast as he can. Gonna try to dagger through here, get some cliff walking, but they're not gonna chase after him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. The Dire's poor top
So,
tower
more towers going down and more kills,
die.
and the lead just keeps growing. Up to 12k already for experience, and 15k for gold. And that's only 15 minutes in. Looking like getting close to possible GG here.
Dire's middle tower is
I'm not 100% certain if DGZ can actually break the high ground.
Yeah.
Like, they have the possibility to, especially if they get a pickoff. Oh, Nyx actually went for
under attack.
a Necronomicon.
Yep, they're just going to get multiple Necros, and with the Nether Blast as well, and the Nether Ward, they have some pretty good zoning, and the Nether Blast really helps for high ground pushes.
Yeah, Doom almost has his pipe.
This Spectre has to watch out, he doesn't have a TP.
Sometimes the wings
Oh,
of war
that's the courier.
It's going to go get
even
one.
innocent souls.
Where was it?
As Dire's
Right here
Oh,
under
yeah,
tower.
they're sending it. Yeah, Spectre will get out. Not going to find him. And this looks like it's going to be a 5-man push onto the last outer tower here for farm and feed. So,
Pugna has a Necro 3 recipe back to base.
this is their
Bane
last
almost
hope
has a
of like
Force Staff.
this is their last hope of like safely farming outside the base here.
Yeah.
And then I don't think they can even do anything about it. Just take it nice and quickly here.
Oh, the Blink Doom onto the Invoker. So that's a wasted Doom. That's a win for Farm and Feed if you think about it. But Doom has the Hood of Defiance up, and he's about 150 gold away from his pipe.
Cam, you gotta check the chat, man. I see messages.
Dire's bottom tower.
It was just chess. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
so
it.
just answer him.
What am I supposed to respond to? for
Something.
child
I don't know.
pornography?
You're the chat mod here. You do something about it. You said you were gonna do it. We expect her here. Gonna try a little split push onto this tower. Probably. Yeah, they are gonna come back towards him. Gonna do a little bit of damage to these creeps, just gonna try to farm up a little more, but I mean, it's doing the best he can, but with only the drums in phase right now, a little bit hard. Gonna just TP back to the bot lane here. Clockwork just looks like he's gonna go for, well, a bracer. And meanwhile, on the side that actually has farm, we have a upgrade Necro Book now at 3, and looks like Dumos got a pipe, so that's really gonna help a lot for the magic.
The inevitable high ground push.
Yeah, it's gonna help a lot for this magic damage that they have on farm and feed, which is honestly most of their damage here.
And now that Bane has his Force Staff, Clockwork basically becomes useless
Oh,
at this
looks
point.
like Invoker's gonna die here. Gets the stun off, and with all the damage they have there, it's no problem.
Enough.
Trespasser.
What should Mirana go for here? Has 2100 gold.
Mirana can get a Yasha at this point. Like, she
Yeah.
really doesn't... Either that or... If she wants to go super supporty, she can get a Force Staff. Maybe even build a Necro of her own. But I would suggest that at this point you just let her get a Yasha.
Well, here they go, on to the first high ground push of the game here. Gonna get a okay ult. Not that great, as they did manage to back out in time. And these Nether Blasts already starting it. Gonna manage to dodge the arrow here. But the Nether Ward is really good at controlling this area they have here. They're gonna back towards the creeps and come back up again. For another try here, and more Necro creeps coming out. And the first haven't expired yet.
Is running out for Dire's middle tower.
Tornado comes out as well as the EMP, but not going to do much there. Nyx is going to blink up onto the high ground. Did manage to stun the Invoker, who does actually get healed back up, and they are going to probably be able to kill him. Yeah. Oh, not yet. Carapace still coming out. They did manage to kill the Spectre, who I guess haunted onto the low ground here. And Clockwork on the side.
Briefly.
Oh, he did pop the hook. I missed that whole bottom part. Well, now with the Spectre down, they should be able to do pretty well here. Although, actually, I feel like the Invoker is probably more scary at this point than the Spectre.
Dire's middle tower.
Invoker's a
Yeah,
lot more
no,
damage.
at this point, Invoker...
Dire's middle tower.
Although
Oh,
Invoker
they missed the
doesn't-
arrow on the easy Nightmare, and Bane actually nightmares himself for a second before
Radiant's
canceling it.
bottom tower is
Yeah, at this point, what you were saying, Spectre might have the farm, but she doesn't have the ability to do anything because she doesn't
Yeah.
have enough farm.
Just has a vid booster so far.
Like, the nice thing about Invoker is that really his items just make him better, and all of his spells are just so good as long as he has the levels. And I mean, he's level 9, it's decent. He's got 5 points in Wex, so the EMP does 400 mana burn, and it's relatively
Why don't
long
they
for the
deward this ward
tornado.
yet? There we go. So, gonna get some vision off of the high ground here, but they are gonna come up for the next push. Rack's pretty low, only 600, regenning as fast as it can, but managed to get an easy, quick kill onto the line, and gonna back out for a second with the AA ult. Pipe did get popped here, so that's not gonna do too much. And Bane forces himself up to get the Nightmare. Oh, they actually call it GG right now. So that's GG for the first game here.
paving the way for future disaster.
And
Dire's
I dread to look at the graphs here, but it looks like
ends in the
flatlines
calm
immediately.
of a radiant victory.
Well,
Flatline, they died. He's dead, Jim.
yep, basically. I mean, if you just look at the net worth, this Pugna, man, this Pugna.
Pugna is sitting at 12,751. So more than doubling the Spectre.
Yeah,
It was just a rough game for Farming
Yep.
Feed.
and now we switch the things. Okay. So we're just gonna hop quickly back into game 2 here.
Give me a second.
Let me just blow my nose here.
Man, so that game won.
Yeah.
Rough. Farming Feed could have done more, but the supports from DragonGeorgeZ just managed to put out too much Too much, really everything.
Okay, I have the lifesteal loading screen this time.
Oh, you have it on the shuffle or whatever?
Yeah, I have it on the shuffle. Congrats to Chopo, first one to load in.
So because of the delay, I'm at that last little part with,
Why is like no one loading in?
no idea. I'm not loaded in
There's
yet,
like
so.
2 people and me loaded in. Wait.
Do you, like, mess something up? Come on, bro. What are you doing?
I didn't mess anything up.
I'm pretty sure you messed something
I
up.
just set it to US East.
Oh. So that was your first problem.
No.
Yeah, dude. I got a disconnect from server. I'll try reconnecting.
Well, that was weird.
Also, did you spell George wrong?
No?
Alright. We'll see in a second. Dragon.
George.
Okay, no, you didn't.
You are
It looks weird
retarded.
for a second. Well, I'm not even in the game yet, dude. I'm looking on the Twitch chat. It looks weird for a second.
You were in the lobby.
I wasn't
Speaking
looking
of
at
which,
it
the
on the
lobby is up again.
Well, shit, I tried to reconnect you, dude. Give me a second till I drop, or whatever is going to happen. Although if I load into this one, I'm casting this game. Yeah, okay, I got disconnected. Did you remake the lobby? Oh.
Literally the only thing I did was I switched the name to reflect that the sides switched.
Cool. Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, okay. Now we can get this game going. Okay, so second game coming up here. DragonGeorgeZ has the first game won. If they win this game, they will go to the finals on Sunday to face up against Who's That Handsome Devil, who, just side note here, has the, last time I checked the leaderboard, the 15th best player on the North America servers. And if Farm and Feed wins this, it will go to a final game 3 for a last stand for both teams here. So it looks like they will ban the Invoker this time. Gonna change it up here, as I guess they felt that it was good, but not good enough.
Yeah, the Invoker didn't do as much last game as he should have. That being said, you can't necessarily blame the Invoker player because the supports from Farm and Feed, the supports from DragonGeorgeZ were just on his ass doing work that game.
Seconds remaining.
Let's see. As for the bans so far, I've seen Ember and Lycan get banned out. It's nice to see. You tend to see those heroes get a lot.
Reserve time.
They're both really scary heroes. Death Prophet's pretty scary.
Lycan's
hero.
just OP, basically.
Lycan is not actually that OP. The hero himself is not that insane. Like, the wolves are really strong because it's free scouting and, like, the regen makes them so that they can just harass the shit out of supports without the supports really being able to do anything about it unless they have sentries, which you don't want to waste your sentries on, like, summoned units. It's a real waste of money. But, I don't know, man. Lycan's really strong, just not super strong. I mean, like,
he can
what we were
farm,
talking about,
like, insanely.
remember what we were talking about earlier, though? Like,
You agreed with me about that.
what?
That he can farm insanely fast.
Yeah, he's a really good farmer. Oh, the first pick of the game. DragonGeorgeZ is going to go ahead and pick up that Nyx Assassin again. Worked out really well for him in the last game, so glad to see them picking that up.
So is the
Hopefully we'll get
Urbana-Champaign
more
going to
plays.
happen here? They going
I
to
don't
take
know,
a page
dude.
out of the book here?
Farm and Feed. If Farm and Feed picks up the Bane Marana, I'm going to laugh a little bit. It's going to be quite humorous.
Is it going to be an aqueous humor?
10 seconds remaining.
Possibly.
You don't know what that means, do you?
5 seconds remaining.
That's like the thing in your eye or something. There's like juice in your eye or something.
Reserve
Whatever.
time.
Liquids. Something. If
Alright,
someone's
then.
in like bio whatever, they can correct me. All I remember is something about eyeballs.
Totally didn't have anything to do with the conversation, but okay.
Just a little side note. Oh, I'm going to find out when the final's going to be, because I do not remember offhand. So if it looks like it's freezing, it's because I'm checking my messages.
I'm checking that. Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. Oh, cool. Alright, so Farm and Feed, go ahead and pick up a Slark.
Okay, I think the
So-
finals... Oh, no, keep going.
So Slark is a really versatile hero. We can see him be run off lane, mid, or as the safe lane. Any position really works for him. Well, obviously he has to be a core. He's a very terrible support hero, but any of the lanes work really well for Slark, and the Shadow Shaman to go with that. So
Team.
going to be seeing a lot of control. Shadow Shaman, just like Lion, is able to bring out a lot of good stuns, but unlike Lion, who has the Earth Spike, which is AoE, Shadow Shaman has 2 single target stuns. But I think the chicken, yeah, okay, so his hex actually lasts less time than the Lion.
So I have the information. The final will be at the
10
Alina Union
seconds
Ballroom,
remaining.
and according to the document that I originally
5
got,
seconds
it's
remaining.
supposed to be at 5:30 on Sunday. And if
Reserve
anyone wants
time.
more information, I will probably post it to the UIUC Dota 2 page as soon as I get more information, and maybe post it on Alina Esports as well. But as far as I know, it should be 5:30
Ban.
at the Alina Union Ballroom. I myself am going to get there at 5 to help set up stuff, but so at the very least, you'll see me there. Now, if
And
there's no one
I-
else there, we can, I don't know, do something. But people will show
10
up
seconds
eventually,
remaining.
and you are not going to be there
I am not
unless
going to
we
be there because I live
totally
in California.
just
Seconds
get money to
remaining.
fly you out.
Yeah, dude.
Which would-
Obviously.
We totally have the money to do that.
I
Totally
don't
not
know why.
saving
I
for
don't know why you're
TI4.
not. Yeah, dude.
Okay, so these picks that I'm actually seeing now. So the AA obviously good against the Slark, prevents all the bullshit regen that he has. Shadow Shaman can be pretty good for locking down people like the Nyx who can Vendetta away and things like that. Although actually the shackles are a little bit annoying to work on the Nyx, because if he does have the Spike Carapace, since the shackles do 40 damage per second
Damage.
that will actually cancel the channel.
Nyx is actually a better target to be hexed up than shackled.
Yeah.
When you shackle someone, it's better to shackle. Actually, if you were to see the Slark on DragonGeorgeZ, he's a much better. Not necessarily. Slark is kind of bullshit with the Dark Pact.
You know who's
You
also
can't
not
really
good to
give
shackle
him
is
good-
the Ancient Apparition, because you could be cold-feeted. And if
Yeah,
you're
that's-
shackling, then you're not moving.
That's true.
I mean,
the
I guess
Shadow
you have
Shaman-
other people there, and AA doesn't, it might be
5
okay,
seconds,
because you'll get the
5
stun after you kill him.
Yeah, what's nice about Shadow Shaman is if you run a mid, then he gets to put more points into Ether Shock, so he's got a lot of good AoE damage
yeah.
to bring out. Plus, with the Mass Serpent Wards being able to get that fast, he's... Unfortunately, they're not dire, because he is the... I think he's one of the fast... Yeah, he's one of the fastest. I don't think he is the fastest, but he's one of the fastest heroes for taking Roshan at 6
Dire team pick.
with the wards. Even with the
Really?
getting rid of that bug. Yeah, it's like Ursa, Lycan, Shadow Shaman, and then like a couple other heroes are the best for taking Roshan.
Doesn't Roshan hit the wards, though? I don't remember offhand.
No, he doesn't attack the wards. So before, what used to happen is you would see like S4 playing Shadow Shaman, and you'd walk Roshan into the corner, and then you put up the wards. And
Oh,
you'd
yeah,
trap,
yeah.
You trap him. Basically,
I guess you
now
would-
he just phases through them, so he doesn't really attack them anymore. Like he's never really attacked them anyways. It's not like Venomancer Plague Wards, because as long as you keep the aggro on the Shadow Shaman, he's not going to aggro onto the
Yeah.
Serpent Wards.
I
Anyways.
forget. Yeah, I think if you got a medallion, that could go really fast.
Yeah, it's like one of the fastest. Anyways, Clockwork. Clockwork's being picked up by Farm and Feed. It actually turned out decent. I mean, last game was hard to say what heroes worked well for Farm and Feed because it was such a steamroll by DragonGeorgeZ. But I mean, the Clockwork was okay. It was there. This is a hook shot. It's good stuff, man. There's missiles coming out. I mean, what more can you ask for?
So Cam, I
Pew,
got a
pew, pew.
question for you. You think this is going to be a carry Slark, or you think this is going to be like a mid kind of Slark? Or it could
thing
be
is,
an
when you
even
see-
offlane Slark.
When you see Shadow Shaman, you generally tend to think that Shadow Shaman's going to be mid. And the way this is looking, I think it's going to be a safe lane farming Slark with a mid Shadow Shaman and off-lane Clockwork. Which means Farm and Feed needs to pick up 2 supports. If they pick up anything that isn't a support, then that would make me assume that Shadow Shaman will be played as a support.
So what we
Well,
are
we're
going to see on
going-
DragonGeorgeZ here is with the
Visage.
Visage, it looks like they are going to run the offlane Nyx again, possibly. Could run
I
mid
would-
this time, possibly.
I would assume that it's going to be an off-lane Nyx. With Ancient Apparition Visage, they really are probably going to be looking, if this is a tri-lane, they're going to be looking for a bursty carry hero, so probably like a Gyrocopter maybe. Someone that can get damage output and make the soul assumption really good. And we're going to be seeing an Abaddon pickup by Farm and Feed. I love seeing Abaddon. He's like,
OP.
by far, one of the best support heroes ever.
Almost as good as
ever.
Disruptor.
Ah, so good. Those heroes are so good, dude.
Hey, shout
I love
out to
both those
Katie
heroes.
Dodo, Nubcake Baker, and Red... How do you say this? Redar Quaid? I'm just gonna go with that.
What are Queen?
No idea. But you got a shout out.
5 seconds
However you pronounce your
remaining.
name.
The person talking in yellow.
Yeah, that one. No, he's actually orange.
Ban.
What?
Well, okay,
I'm colorblind.
Luna means this is going to be another fast-ass game. I don't know about Luna in terms of range, though, because, for example, if you get cogsed in, it's okay if you're a range hero sometimes, but with Luna, since you have pretty low range, it's going to be a little bit harder to do.
Luna has 350 attack range, I believe. So,
Yeah, not the best.
yeah, Clockwork is actually really good against Luna because of that. Also because I was actually talking with Rourke about this the other day, is which goes faster, the Battery Assault or the Eclipse. And he says Eclipse goes faster. I'm pretty sure Battery Assault does, so...
What do you mean in
Probably-
terms of...
So, Battery Assault will cancel the animation of Eclipse.
So you think the
If it
Eclipse
goes
cast
faster.
animation?
Yeah, I forget if the Eclipse cast animation is good or not. Or it's like faster than the Clockwork Battery Assault.
I think it's actually slower, because I remember when I play Luna, sometimes you have like real problems casting stuff. I know Lucent Beam is slower than Battery Assault, and I believe Eclipse has about the same cast animation in terms of time. So
I
I
mean, they're
think
different
actually you
animations,
can't,
so
but don't quote me on it.
yeah. We'll probably see it this game. We'll figure it out. Luna's a popular hero. We'll probably see it on pub or some shit. Who knows?
Probably see it come up this game. Really.
What I'm interested in is what is Farm and Feed picking up as their last hero?
You think it's going to be a carry or what? Looks like we're going to see here. Just a few seconds left.
If it's another support, oh, it's the gyrocopter. All right, so we're probably going to be seeing that Slark mid.
Looks like we're seeing sort of a couple patches ago kind of lineup here. Haven't seen Gyrocopter in a long time.
I mean, gyrocopter gets picked still. We've seen gyrocopter several times during this tournament, and I actually Empire ran gyrocopter today against Navi.
Yeah, I
They
do remember
lost.
that. Gyrocopter's just not that good anymore.
He hasn't won a single game in the tournament. He's been picked like 5 times. He's lost every single game.
So they are, since they didn't ban the Tinker this time, I guess this is their good Tinker player. And this is going to be,
Confistory?
yeah, this is going to be interesting now.
Dude, pew
Because they-
pew pew. That's all I want. That's all I want in my life.
I mean, what split push do they, or what counter push do they have for farm and feed other than
Other than
Ether
the Shadow
Shock?
Shaman, other than Ether Shock,
I mean,
Flat
I guess, yeah,
That's it.
Flat Cannon.
Flat Cannon and Ether Shock are there too.
I mean, I
which
guess
are
sort of
actually
Rocket Barrage
really
should
good.
close,
Like,
but
if you think about it, like, Flat Cannon's really good at killing creep waves, but at the same time, they're not going to be able to push much because guess what else is really good against creep waves? The glaives.
yeah.
So, Luna and Gyro are both going to be getting a lot of farm this game.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if they manage to bait out the Flat Cannon to get him to like counter push the wave, then they can just go in right after and get him. Well, okay. So looks like for farm and feed here, we're gonna have Chromosome again playing the Clockwork here. We'll have no characters. We're gonna have Blue on the Abaddon. Looks like Teal will be playing Gyrocopter, Todd on the Slark, and Purple on Shadow Shaman. Everybody go pee. Okay.
Pee break. Evan, go take a pee.
I kind of need to, honestly, but give me a minute.
I actually just took a pee before this, so I'm glad everyone should go take a pee.
I'm literally going to go.
Alright, well, while Evan and everyone else goes to take a pee. Well, everyone's going to go take a pee. Let's go over possibilities.
They don't want support. They don't want support.
We're probably going to be seeing a 3-1-1 setup for DGZ with probably a safe. I don't know. It could be a defensive tri-lane or it could be an aggro tri-lane, depending on how they feel. Farm and DGZ could be setting up depending on how Farm and Feed wants to go. Oh, you made it back just in time.
It's okay, I'm back in time.
I was really lucky. I was about to say, oh, Quasar isn't back. Well, everyone has had their pee. Everyone's ready to play Dota.
Okay, so looks like we'll have Lilac playing the Luna. Meridius will be playing the Ancient Apparition. Going towards bottom, looks like we're going to have Confistory on the Tinker, as I said. Ghostner will be playing the Nyx. Once again, we'll have Chopa 77 on the Visage. And it looks like they're going for the same area here. Worrying about maybe Roshan, or just considering...
I don't
They're
really
going to
know
pop
if
the
either-
sentry here
Oh,
and just check Roshan? Is this a bait? Well, they're going to put down the ward,
it's a
and
team fight.
Clockwork gets a nice cogs here, zoning them out. Are going to be able to get the kill onto the Tinker for the first blood. Do get the tether onto the Nyx, and it looks like he's going to end up dying as well. So, double kill for the Gyrocopter. Rocket Barrage really doing the work.
Wow. That's a great start for your Gyrocopter.
Yeah,
like,
he already has enough money for...
First blood
Everything.
and... Oh, man. First blood and a second kill before the creeps even spawn.
GG.
The battle begins.
will be the first gyro win of the tournament. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have Clockwork.
That was supposed to be a this. I don't know how to English. I also probably should put a question mark,
Yeah,
but I don't
whatever.
care.
So Clockwork's gonna be going offlane. They're gonna have the mid Slark. And it looks like they'll have a bot tri-lane with the gyro there. They're gonna have Tinker obviously in the mid, and they'll have a defensive tri-lane of their own here with the Luna. I feel like they could have maybe done an aggro try and have a solo Nyx. But this will work.
Now, if Gyro hadn't picked up 2 kills, and
You would agree with me.
I would
but
agree with the tri-verse tri-lane. But at this point, Luna needs to play catch up. Who died in that? So
Gyro
Tinker
already
died
has
in that.
800 gold, so that's a problem.
Gyro having that much gold already, you don't want to put your tri-lane up against that. Because if
Looks like
Luna
Clockwork's
falls
gonna
behind
close.
in a tri-lane, if she falls behind in a tri-lane, she's just done for the game. I don't think I've ever seen a Luna do bad in a tri-lane and then, like, win. But she does have a really cool set.
And why he just banned Jordan?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I love that dragon mount. It's so legit.
Look at that. Okay.
Now, mid, we are going to be seeing the Slark versus the Tinker, which is an interesting matchup.
I'm doing a little bit of like the zoom in.
Shadow Shaman
mode.
just found Nyx Assassin in the
It's
jungle,
actually pretty fun.
and they're not really going to be able to do much, just harassing the Nyx Assassin. Nyx was messing with the pole, but he's going to, of course, take a lot of damage for that.
You should really try this first person mode sometimes. It's pretty fun.
Oh,
Do you just type it in?
took out the hotkey. Yeah, dude, this shit's so cool.
Yeah, I have the hotkey, except it doesn't work for spectating.
What?
For spectating,
Well,
it shows me buyback status. So
Yeah, that's what I set mine to also.
it
So
doesn't work.
Abaddon with the ace looking pretty cool. Oh, they might get the Nyx.
Yeah, okay,
The
there we
body
go.
blocking
I was in a
going on?
tree for a second. Yeah, they are going to get it, the
32.
hex on him, and Abaddon going to try the body block here, not slowing him up too much, and with no mana on the Shadow Shaman, he may be able to get out here. Going to take a little bit of damage. Yeah, he'll just pop the Carapace and be able to get away from this.
Dude, this is actually way dope. I watched that whole thing in the first person.
Yeah, told you,
Oh,
man.
is it?
Their name in, and then just keep smashing.
Best
Usually
part
you
is,
don't get it. You don't get to do this kind of shit.
yeah, best part is the player thing comes up on the side.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool feature. I've got the melee creeps. Looking pretty badass.
Good job, Cameron.
I was like in the process of
Well,
doing my exit.
Clockwork here. He looks really cool.
As my thing was poisonous.
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing this. So, not too much aggression here after the initial burst coming out. Well, as I say that, they are gonna get the tether onto the Tinker. Just a little harassment, I guess. Gonna pop the March here. So, looks like so far he is going for a March max build.
It's literally that game where you play
And Slark is actually maxing the Dark Pact. I don't know about that. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming out from DragonGeorgeZ initially. I don't think the Dark Pact max is a great idea.
No, it's actually really bad if you consider it, because it doesn't get rid of the Ancient Apparition ult. So if he pops it, he's only making it easier for himself to die. There's a lot of damage output coming, and there's not a huge amount of real lockdown.
They
I mean,
brought the
you
Abaddon
have-
top.
You have Nyx stun, and you have Cold Feet. Other than that, it's just some slows and nuke damage. So maxing the Dark Pact is going to be more hurtful than helpful, and it would be a lot better for Todd to max out the Pounce, so he's able to do more damage output.
They're actually stacking up the Dire Ancient camp. It's the third stack, I believe. So that's
Tinker's
gonna
gonna
really
have
help.
very fast boots of travel then at this point.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Could also stack it for the Luna, either way. They're gonna get a lot of use out of this ancient camp if they keep stacking it. What
Yeah,
is
for
Luna
sure
gonna
it's
get
going to
here?
be Tinker early game, because the faster your Tinker has his boots of travel, the faster he's able to get
Yeah.
more farm and just basically snowball out of control. Luna doesn't really take ancient stacks early. She really needs to wait
Yeah,
a
she'll be
while.
great later though.
Yeah, later she'll be good for it.
This gyrocopter has 1900 gold almost. What do you think should
And-
be his first item,
Wait,
considering how
Slark,
fast he's going?
Okay, Slark almost got Tinker mid.
Look
but
on
he
top.
managed
Look
to
on
run
top.
away.
Clockwork coming in. Has the shield on him. They are going to hex up the Luna. Going to get a cold feet. They are going to be able to get the stun off and the cogs. So they do get Luna, but at what cost here, as both of the Shadow Shaman as well as the Abaddon do end up dying here. Who got those kills? Luna and Visage, so not really worth it in the end.
No, Luna picking up one of those kills makes it terrible, actually. If she hadn't gotten one, it would have been like, that really sucks. We had to trade 2 supports for a carry. But,
Well,
you know, we can, like, shove that off. But the fact that Luna managed to pick up one of those kills, getting the XP and the gold for that, it's really bad.
so Gyrocopter's getting a Midas here. Gonna be about a 6-minute Midas. And this is gonna give him a pretty good farm advantage here if he gets the space for it for a while. And considering it looks like they're going to keep trialing top here, it looks like they will be able to have that space for him. Gonna pop a ward here and we'll be able to see the Ancient Apparition pulling the creeps out. And
Dude, this
are they
purple
going to
baby
consider
Roshan.
this?
Hardcore.
They're sort of waiting on the side here, realize that most of the heroes are over here that will come in. Going to get the Hex off onto the Visage, gonna tether him, or sorry, shackle him as well, but bouncing off the cogs a lot. They will be able to get the Luna kill here. And a lot of stacks onto the Visage, but not gonna be able to have the mana required to cast that. Meanwhile, Tinker here has the Soul Ring and is gonna start looking towards getting that Boots of Travel recipe. So they're shutting down this tri-lane here pretty well, and if it goes like what you're saying here, then Luna's going to have a pretty bad time late game.
Yeah, if this Clockwork keeps... If Clockwork doesn't die, and Farm and Feed is able to pick up more kills on the Luna, Luna's going to fall too far behind. Like, Luna is, for sure, one of the fastest flash farming heroes in the game. She's up there with Shadow Fiend and Doom, but if she falls too far behind, then she loses her effectiveness. Because if she gets a lot of levels, being able to have, you know, 4 points in Lucent Beam and coming in with a level 1 or a level 2 Eclipse when everyone else is still like 7, 8, 9, 10, like that's able to just turn tides. When she's this far behind and she's already died 2 times, it's really going to be tough for her to do much. And Slark is actually going in to mess with the Tinker stacks for the Ancients.
Yeah, he's taking a good amount of damage, though. Will get the tether off, and does get the Dark Pax hits off, and he's going to pop the ult, try to get some regen here, but doesn't have enough to do it. Next is going to come in with Vendetta. We'll be able to see him, and he's definitely dead here. Yep, going to get the hit off, and with the Visage coming in, just to make sure that that does end up happening right away.
Yeah,
Going to pop the Battery Assault on top and doing a little bit of damage to the Ancient Apparition, but too close to the tower there.
Wow, not only did Slark die for that, but DGZ managed to get another stack for the Tinker.
Yep, and how much gold does he have here?
Got about
Yep, 1308, so getting close to those bots. Pretty damn close to the bots. Speaking of bots, a lot of boots coming out. Oh, they're going to hook in on top. Managed to get the Ancient Apparition and will manage to clean him up immediately. Going to pop the Cold Feed off onto the Clockwork, so he's going to get hit under the tower, but they will be able to get the Luna with the Battery Assault. They're going to be able to get, actually, the Clockwork with the Birds. Going to get the Double Stomp off, but no help there. Meanwhile, at mid, going to get the Tether off onto the Tinker, but he had it in Vizrun, so he'll be okay for now. Unfortunate. Probably could have gone on the Visage if he had known that that was going to be the case. Meanwhile, it looks like, unless I'm missing something here, yeah, it doesn't look like Gyro's gotten too much farm in the last couple of minutes. Only
really
600 now.
surprising.
I guess he has gotten the treads, so he's doing okay here. Oh, look at mid. Did good damage to the Tinker again, but he just doesn't have enough yet.
He doesn't have that initial burst from the pounce. Like, until that pounce gets up to 3 and 4, Slark and Tinker are basically just going to be trading blow for blow with each other.
Yeah. He needs to just, he just needs to get a little more. Looks like Clockwork does have the hook available, and may consider setting up for it again in a minute or two. Oh, they're actually going to get a TP in from the Nyx. And Vendetta up. Oh, they are going to hook, and this is going to be a terrible fight for them if it works out the way I think it will. They are going to get the AA, but Abaddon already dead, Shadow Shaman as well, and Clockwork realizing that's going to run away as fast as he can here. Has the battery assault off and the aphotic shield. Are they going to be able to get the stomp? No. And Slark coming in, has the haste rune, may be able to get the Visage here. Pops the Dark Pact, and took a lot of damage from the birds here, and actually ends up dying before the fade time on his ult.
So not only did
Big
he
mistake.
take all the damage from the birds, that initial Dark Pact damage that he did to himself, did you see how much he like killed himself in front of the Visage? He gave the Visage like an extra stack or two.
He takes
on the Soul
150
Assumption.
damage from it, which is probably,
Don't shoot the messenger.
I think he had like 800 and 900 health, so that's a pretty good amount. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
bottom looks like Gyro
He is
almost dead
not
as well.
tanky.
From the tanker coming down here, probably gonna pop the Midas and then maybe leave.
Yeah, Slark has 834 health.
What do you think
So
Gyro's
maxing-
first item should be here, considering the kind of game that they're playing right now with trying to run at this top lane here, especially with the
Come of the
Clockwork?
Dominator Yasha easily.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably going to finish in Aquila, but after that, yeah, he's finishing the Aquila right now. I mean, he should. Oh, he's got an Overclub. I think he's going for a BKB.
I think a BKB would be good here with the Tinker, all that damage coming from him as well as the Eclipse, and then not to even mention like the Soul Assumption, the AA ult, things like that.
I don't know. If he gets this BKB and he doesn't fight, then it's useless. It basically becomes a wasted item that does nothing for his farming efficiency. It's actually it's more of a hindrance because he's lost gold that he could use.
Yeah, it's only going to be
spend
good if they
to
fight.
make his farm better. So he has to start fighting once he gets that BKB. Otherwise, there's no point in getting it. Well, at least not getting it this early.
Well, gonna keep this tri-lane on top here, but a couple of heroes gone means they could go on this if they do know. Did he miss the
He's got
hook?
now with the birds.
Oh no, the birds. Or for some reason I heard the hook.
He's better than Keaton.
So the clock's
Next
sitting on the
assassin's
side, gonna
gonna
hook
have a
in,
gyro.
gets both of them, both stuck in the cogs here. Instant TP coming in from the Visage, but it looks like they may already be dead here. Yeah, they will pick up the Clockwork at the end of it, but too late for the rest of them, unfortunately.
And down at bot, Tinker and Nyx Assassin got a kill on the Gyro.
Yeah, so that's gonna help a bit. Slark gonna try to find them, but not gonna do so. Actually, they do manage to get the ward trap onto the Tinker. Perfect, and this is gonna help them a lot here. Well, that's gonna be really nice here. Tinker does have the bots, but not doing too well otherwise. So, yeah, it looks like Visage will be the one getting the mech for his team here, and it looks like Clockwork actually gonna go for a Blade Mail, which is really gonna help against the Tinker.
Hey, take a look at the XP and gold graphs.
Oh wow, look at that. Pretty, it starts out a little bit in favor of farm and feed, but then dip down and up. So about 1,500 for farm and feed here, and actually the gold though, about 25 or 2,500 in favor of farm and feed, and that's probably due to the gyro. Oh, they're actually gonna, he's gonna bots in onto the familiars, gonna do great damage onto the Clockwork, not enough though. And the Eclipse wasted, in fact. They are going to hook back in. I don't know if this is well advised here. Clockwork's just going to die. No reason to do that.
Yeah, that was bad by Clockwork.
There was no backup
Way
there
too
apart
greedy.
from the
There's no way
Abaddon.
to go back into that. Even if Abaddon had been there, Clockwork would have died easy.
Even if other people had been there, he still would have died initially and maybe set up a fight. But with the Abaddon there, even if Abaddon was full on everything, still wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah.
So they're
Looking
going to
at the
pick
net
up the
worth.
tower out of this.
Look at the net worth. Gyro is 3k ahead of the Luna. So as of right now, Gyro is sitting at 6,400 gold. Clockwork is the second highest with 5,500 gold, and Visage is third highest with 4,300 gold. So,
Visage
goddamn.
getting pretty close to the mech, actually. I'll use the recipe.
Is under attack.
Once this Clockwork gets the Blade Mail, that'll actually help a lot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, actually, no. Slark doing okay here. Visage will pick up the mech, and with that, they should probably consider going for this mid tower here, and they are going to start grouping up for it, looks like. Actually, botsing down to the bot lane here. Tinker doing good damage onto the gyrocopter, but just going to push that lane out a little bit and then come back. They're going on to the Slark here, taking a lot of damage, but he does manage to pop the ult. Great hook going off into the mid lane here, doing a lot of damage. Clockwork getting close to death, though. Actually, they're going to be able to get the AA first. Clockwork not dead yet. And are they going to get the Visage? Oh, just barely. And Slark will manage to live. They are going to get the Shackles off onto the Luna, but stun going off on the Shadow Shaman means they're not going to be able to do anything with that yet. Are going to be able to get the Shadow Shaman. And looks like that'll be it for now.
That was a 2-for-1 in the favor of Farm and Feed. That was actually looking really bad. I thought Clockwork was going to drop, but then Abaddon comes in with aphotic shields and miscoils.
Yeah, that Abaddon, man. And looks like Tinker will pick up the blink now, so really going to help him in terms of pushing.
Yeah, and once Tinker actually gets the Sheepstick and Dagon E-Blade, he'll easily be able to start roaming around and picking off some of the squishier, well, actually, looking at Farm and Feed's lineup, the only really squishy hero is Shadow Shaman. So
yeah. Tinker's
really not going to be getting a lot of pickoffs this game, but he's definitely going to have to be like perma-stunning the gyrocopter if they want to do anything good. Visage losing one bird, possibly two.
Do it with flair.
Alright, so Visage didn't lose the second bird, but he now only has one bird for 90 seconds.
Let's see. Any items here that I'm missing here? Looks like Luna's also going to go for a BKB. Going to be a bit behind the gyrocopter's BKB timing, though. They will clean up the second bird. Does he know that Tinker's here? Yes. Will actually pops the Dark Pact and the pounces in the wrong way here now, and not a great place here. Hook goes off onto the Tinker, and the wards come out, doing great damage to the Slark. Almost dead here. He will pop the ult, but Clockwork and Shadow Shaman immediately end up dying here, and gonna do great damage to the Slark, almost kill him as well. And they do get the Tinker in the Nyx out of that, but I guess they did get the Tinker, so it ended up being worth it.
That was a better trade for Farm and Feed.
Yeah.
Having the Nyx and the Tinker go down, and only losing, like, it sucks to lose your Clockwork, but Clockwork's a hero that relatively can die and make more stuff happen from it. So it's not terrible when he dies, but it's not exactly the best thing either. But only losing really the Shadow Shaman and the Clockwork for a Nyx and a Tinker is really good. Because now Slark has the Shadow Blade, so he's going to be able to start roaming around with this.
Well, you know, if the Slark had been able to get the tether off onto one of the heroes, could have been a lot better. And speaking of Slark, he is going to be going for the Shadow Blade, and I know you have let's say, very conflicted feelings about this item.
Well, since he was a mid
actually, gonna hit a hook onto the Tinker, and they are going to be able to kill him. Oh, AA ult coming in, though. Oh, not going to hit the Clockwork. Could have maybe killed him. Will maybe... Yeah, it's going to pop the Shadow Shaman, I believe. Oh, no, just barely. I think he was about 7 health away. And actually going to use the Shadow Blade on top. Sorry, they are going to be able to... Yeah, just going to barely get the Luna. And he wastes his Eclipse. Now you can talk.
Alright, so when Slark uses his Shadow Blade in a situation like this, then it's actually very useful for him.
Oh, never mind. Actually, looks like Gyro going to try to go on the Visage. Aphotic Shield comes off, and actually, Undercover and Vendetta, Nyx coming in, will think about getting the Vendetta hit off, and the AA ult's coming in, doing good damage here. Oh, they're actually great Gyro ult going off, and doing lots of damage to the Nyx as well as to the Ancient Apparition. Looks like Gyro is going to die as well as the Shadow Shaman. Are they going to be able to get the Nyx? Yes, they will. But 4 heroes down overall for the DragonGeorgeZ side. And actually, this Tinker doing a lot of damage here. Going to try to rearm, but not going to be able to end up killing the Slark. So 4 for 4, and only the Slark and Tinker ending up living on the bot lane here.
DragonGeorgeZ is really lucky that their courier didn't get killed in that.
Yeah.
Abaddon was about to kill it, and then he got froze up. Was Luna actually in that fight?
Luna died. So, oh, sorry, yeah, no, it was only 4 for 3. As Luna had already died beforehand. Yeah, that's a good point. But
So
yeah, so
Slark,
you were saying you like the shadow shot, you like the, sorry, the Slark Shadow Blade when he is actually going for shit.
yeah. So one problem that a lot of safe lane
Oh,
heroes
misses
come
the
into.
hook. Hooked on the Slark by accident.
Slark's dead.
And Slark.
Watch the machines. Oh!
Oh, Noah call
So
as they do
close.
get the mist coil off. Shadow Shaman dies on the side somewhere.
Under attack.
Check that out in a moment, but they are going to be able to blink up and manage TP. Oh,
He
Slark.
died
Or,
to the
yeah.
whole dire
Yeah.
team,
Pop the
basically.
wards off, and are they going to farm them?
All
Guess not.
sides. Radiant's middle
They could.
tower
They might.
is
No,
Nope, not going to happen.
doesn't look like that.
This game too fast for you to explain.
Yeah, dude.
They're coming
Fast
in.
explanation.
Go.
Safe lane farmers don't pick good items. Then they don't use them, and then they go bad.
Okay, good enough for
Pretty
me.
good. But since Slark was mid, he's using item right. Good Slark. Good plays.
Okay, and that's our quick analysis from Cameron here, as they are going to start pushing onto the tier 2 mid here.
middle tower is under
Looks
attack.
like
So one
Farming
thing that,
Feed's starting to group up here.
Mega
Oh,
yeah, something
actually,
that Dragon. Ooh.
suddenly coming in the Slark here. Gonna die, though, for it. Not really worth it, as they do get... Oh, look at the cogs here. The gyro perfectly placed. So they are going to end up killing the Visage immediately here.
dominating.
And, oh, the Clockwork actually doesn't have dying. Abandon gets popped. They're going to probably go for this Tinker here. Oh, actually, unfortunately, the Shadow Shaman and the Abaddon dying as well. So, with this, definitely DragonGeorgeZ will be able to get the tier 2 mid now. So, back and forth this game.
Pretty intense, dude.
Definitely a failed initiation, I would say, by the Slark. Not really sure what he was thinking about that.
He was probably thinking he wasn't going to get hit with an Ancient Apparition ult, and he'd be able to regen. Because if you saw, he would have been able to survive if he had gotten more HP. Like, he wouldn't have died from the stun from the Nyx. He might have been able to leap out, maybe. But since he got hit by the
Oh,
Ancient Apparition...
Gyro has to pop the BKB just to make sure that he does end up living here.
And even
as
then,
the
he's got to be
Tinker's
careful
boxing
with the
in.
March.
Speaking of the March, Clockwork taking good damage from it. Oh, Hook gonna miss, unfortunately. Although that, well, actually it was probably good for him to miss that Hook. Probably would have died from it, I would imagine.
Bottom tower is under attack.
gotta
XP,
say-
look at the XP graph, just mountains here. So currently, we'll say about 1,200 for DragonGeorgeZ. Gold gonna be just about even, in fact.
Dude, this is crazy.
So
This game has actually been really back and forth.
are they gonna be able to get the deny off? Maybe gonna wait for more on their hit. Yeah, just gonna barely make it here. Oh, looks like we got Nyx under the Vendetta coming in. AA ult gonna manage to hit onto 2. And they're gonna be able to get the Shadow Shaman very quickly here. Aphotic Shield goes off onto the Gyrocopter. Gonna pop the Ice Vortex to slow him down a little bit. Cold Feet does not proc. And so far it looks like they're gonna be able to meet up with the Clockwork. And maybe be able to sit here at the tier 2. No, stun going to come off before they do get there. Taking a lot of damage is the Gyrocopter, but the Abaddon ult does pop, so he's not going to take any problem. Not going to take any damage for a little bit.
Dyer's top
Blade Mail
tower
goes off on the
has
Clockwork,
fallen.
so that'll dissuade them for a second. And Tinker actually picking up a Dagon.
Set
Dagon
Dagon
2,
2.
yeah. So they're going to get a little more burst that they need. And actually Luna ends up dying on the top lane to Slark. Okay. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
Luna still can't handle going up against the solo Slark.
Yeah, with the Javelin as well, doing some pretty good
And
damage.
with the Shadow Blade. With the Shadow Blade on top of it, with the maxed out Pounce and maxed out Dark Pack, he's even got a maxed out Essence Shift. So
Yeah.
when he hits hard, and he steals all your stats.
Luna does have the BKB, but just not going to help you too much after he gets that initial magic damage off.
Slark actually finishes his basher after that kill.
Yeah, so that's going to really help for getting down that Luna.
Yeah.
As well as
This
the
game-
Clockwork, or not the Clockwork, the Tinker, going to be able to stop his TP out.
Yeah. This game really is going to be relying on Tinker. If Tinker does well, like if you've noticed in those last fights, Tinker's really been the one putting out the damage, picking up some of the kills when people are just about to get out. And Slark's actually going on Tinker right now up top. Misses the pounce.
Yep.
Can
Oh,
he get
gets
away?
the
Oh,
last
he got
hit
the
bash. And looks like I was actually watching the Nyx come in here with the Vendetta. Just going to do a little bit of scouting here. They do have a ward already here as well.
Man, that was unfortunate for Tinker because he hit Slark with the laser, and then Slark dark packed as soon as the laser hit. So
Oh,
he
actually
didn't
going to
have
hook onto the
missed chance.
Visage. The cogs will prevent Nyx from going up to the high ground here, and great gyro ult means they will be able to get that kill initially. Luna pops the Eclipse, but is it worth it? No. Gonna be able to get the Luna as well. And AA ult comes out, but that's it. So 4-0 there, and this should be a tier 1 tower for farm and feed. And looks like game back and forth. I mean, just alternating every fight, it seems like, between the advantage here. So they're going to be able to get this tier 1 as well as the tier 2 tower here. And maybe consider pushing up to high ground
Sometimes I
now.
find myself saying, for no reason at all, Dire's middle tower has fallen. Oh, wait, there's a good reason to say it this time. Ah.
Oh, I love that Storm Spirit announcer.
I know you do.
So good.
Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, crazy game going on right now. Actually, what do you think Slark is going to go for? Is he going to go for the Scotty? He has the point booster and already 2,000 gold here.
I would assume that Slark would want to get the Abyssal first, but since he does have that point booster already, I'd assume he's going for the Scotty right now. If he goes Scotty and then finishes up the Abyssal, it's going to be a lot easier to lock down the Tinker or even lock down the Luna now that I believe she has her... Yeah, she's got her 10-second BKB, still hasn't used it. I believe. Yeah, she hasn't used her BKB.
I don't know about the Scotty right now, considering the amount of fighting they're doing. I feel like an Abyssal would be better for locking someone down.
The Abyssal would be better for locking someone down, but I think because a lot of these fights that have been going good for DragonGeorgeZ, it's because Tinker's been running around, Nyx has been running around. It's when they're kiting is when they're winning the fights.
Looks
so
like
with
they're going to
that
go for
Scotty,
Rush here.
yeah, with the Scotty, it's going to be a lot harder for DragonGeorgeZ to actually win these fights anymore. Plus, it just makes Slark even harder to
Yeah, and Slark has gotten a couple of pickoffs on the side, on like the Luna, for example, that we saw last
He's
time.
8-3. He's picked off Luna several times.
So the flare did go out onto Rush, and will they be able to take it quickly? Yeah, it looks like they're not going to be able to get here in time. They were way on the side. So Luna will get the Aegis. Actually, Clockwork going to hook in, but not at a great time here, as Blade Mail goes off, and Luna taking not any damage from there, as she did pop BKB, so no problem. And easy kill there.
Slight problem. That is Luna's 10-second BKB, which she much would have rather have used during an actual team fight, and now that's on cooldown for a
Well,
minute.
yeah, I guess you did get
So
the
they
BKB
really
charge.
can't fight for a minute without having to mostly just rely on Aegis keeping Luna alive until
Well,
the BKB
no
comes up.
Clockwork, I mean...
But Clockwork's going to be up.
Oh,
now.
he bought back. Okay.
They plan on fighting this. Clockwork's steeping in.
Slark is on the side. Cold Feet comes off. Doesn't get the stun. Pounce at just the right time. They're going to get a Hex onto the next. Great AA ult. Gyro ult as well. And doing so much damage here is the March of Machines. Just no one dead yet, though. They will get the Clockwork first. And the Eclipse goes off right before she dies. Not a great time to cast that. And Nyx will end up dying as he was dusted here. 2 for 2 so far. The Soul Assumption coming out, and the Rocket's doing a lot of damage here near the end of this fight here. He's going to have to end up TPing back, and they are going to be able to get the Nyx, or the Visage as well. Running towards the Luna, and Tinker actually coming back in. They will get the pounds onto the Luna, and Slark actually gets blown up by the Dagon. Visage buying back here, and they're just going to have to run away here. Yeah, Abaddon dying as well. And, oh, they actually get the Lucent Beam off onto the Gyrocopter, and not enough damage, just barely.
Damn, that was intense.
So, God, what was that? I think it was like
That was
4 for
good.
4 with a
That was-
buyback on DragonGeorgeZ. Or
Yeah,
no,
so
4 for
Visage bought
3
back.
with a buyback on DragonGeorgeZ. So,
technically 4 for 4.
but Luna didn't die. Oh, they did
Luna-
pop the
Luna
Aegis. They
lost the
popped the
Aegis.
Aegis. So,
Oh, by the way, we answered it because I was watching. Clockwork's Battery Assault is in fact shorter than the Eclipse cast
yeah,
animation.
that's what I thought.
So that's why the Eclipse didn't
Actually,
come off
speaking
until-
of which, they're going to hook onto the Luna and trying to cast that Lucent Beam, as you saw. She was sort of stuttering back and forth, but yeah. Or wait, was that the Eclipse? No. Eclipse is still down. But, looks like Tinker does have the Dagon 3 now. It's going to be a lot of damage. Has the Ghost Scepter as well, just to save himself a little bit.
Plus building that into E-Blade after.
Yeah, it looks like Clockwork going to be going for the Ags now. That's going to help him a lot. Actually, Gyrocopter has 4,600 gold now. And so many things he could go for here. Could just go for a Butterfly.
I think it'd be best if he went for a Butterfly. He already has Lifesteal. So Butterfly or Manta, as of right now, would be insanely good on him.
Meanwhile, Abaddon looks like he's going to be going for the hood and going to be going into a pipe later, assumably. Actually, Slark going up here onto the Ancient Apparition, pops the ult, and will be able to get off Ancient Apparition immediately. Tinker has to come in here. They're using these Visage Birds really effectively in terms of bringing in the Tinker.
Yeah, I wonder if Tinker's actually microwing them or if it's Chopper this whole time.
I would imagine that the Visage is probably doing the micro.
Yeah. Depending on who the team is and like who the players are, Visage will micro them during the fights, and then if Tinker ever needs them, he just kind of hands off the keyboards for the birds.
Yeah, it looks like Nyx is going to be going for the Necro once again here. And Luna going to be going back for what looks to be a Helm of the Dominator. Could go for the Satanic now, possibly. Actually, Tinker taking a lot of damage here. Did use the Ghost Scepter, but he will end up dying here, as not a great time to push here on the bot lane with 3 heroes.
Yeah, Tinker needs to be very, very careful. Slark with the Shadow Blade is just going to start wrecking him if he's not careful. Speaking of Slark, he is actually almost got himself Scotty. He's about 700 gold away?
He has
650?
He needs a point booster, so he's going to go buy the point booster now. The courier's coming out with the items.
No, it's not a point booster. He has the point booster. He needs another ultimate orb.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, he has most of the items on the courier right now.
Yeah, he just needs, at this point,
This
500
poor,
gold.
poor Ancient Apparition only has the mech. Wait, they have 2 mechs.
I'm surprised.
They
he
have 2
even has
mechs.
a mech.
Ancient Apparition and Visage both have mech.
Dude, that sucks. Because both those heroes also need Aghanims really bad. So,
I don't know if Ancient Apparition needs Axe. I mean, it's awesome
Ancient
to have it,
Apparition
but,
needs
like,
Axe.
it's not required. Your ult is
It's-
still good.
It's
Oh.
pretty game changing to have Axe.
Here you go. A ult comes off. Did they dodge it? Didn't look like they took very much damage.
1, 2, 3.
Slark taking a lot of damage here from the Dagon, and they're going to pop the dust. Oh, because they did find the Nyx, who was on the backside. Didn't see that, and they will be able to pick him off immediately. Roshan not up yet. I don't know exactly how to read this clock. Oh, actually, it looks like it's pretty close, if I'm right. Maybe 2 more minutes? 2.5 minutes? Yeah.
I thought you knew how to read the clock.
No, I'm not that good. I may be awesome, but there's a whole level of awesome that is far above me required to read that thing. Whoever thought to make that clock, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't
Oh,
know.
damn, dude. Gyro actually just went straight for MKB. Gyro says...
Well, I guess
"Fuck."
I guess he's preempting the butterfly from Luna. Although, honestly,
Which Luna is nowhere near.
yeah,
I
not
think
gonna
he's just
happen
getting
for
it
a
for
while.
damage. At this point, like, he's not really
Yeah, that
in
could
need
work.
of survivability. He's just like, hey, more damage, more kills, I get more gold.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Could also
attack.
use the
Dire's bottom
mini
tower.
bash for
You would
blocking
now.
the
Tinker.
the Tinker TP. Well, Slark did finish up the Scotty now, and gonna be really good for pickoffs with the Scotty and the Shadow Blade here. Looks like Shadow Shaman halfway to his Ags here. Baden does have the hood and almost the pipe. Gyrocopter, after buying the MKB, already has 2,700 gold here. Meanwhile, AA still pretty poor. Luna's starting to farm up for her next item. Not sure what that's going to be yet. Too early to tell so far. Visage going to start trying to get that egg. It's going to be pretty slow. For sure. And Nick's still trying to get that Necro book.
Luna with no Manta. It's so sad.
Tinker's just going to be upgrading his Dagon, assumably. They're going to start pinging out the Rosh here, but it's not up yet. A little less than a minute to go. Next we'll check it out. But nothing doing for right now. So a little bit of a lull in the game here. We'll just check the graphs. It looks like 10,000 in favor of XP for farm and feed here. Gold up to 14k. So back and forth game for a while, but the kills don't really tell the story. The fact that farm and feed has a pretty good graph advantage here. But, I mean, as we've seen time and time again, graph advantage doesn't necessarily translate into winning the game.
No, but if you look at the net worths, the fact that you're Gyrocopter
Yeah.
has
10,000.
10,000 more than the enemy's Luna, definitely means that you are going to be having significantly better chances of
Yeah.
winning this game. I mean, even the Slark is out farming the Tinker, which you normally don't see that. Slark is like a hero who needs to farm other heroes. Like, he has only 8 kills out, like, so far. He's
Yeah,
died
this-
4 times. And he's
this
only got
Luna-
148 last hits.
This Luna, from her items, like, that's the kind of items you would see from, like, someone who in, like, 20 minutes. Well, it looks like they're going to get the, I'm not sure if he made the hook, but they are going to go on this. Going to get the Shadow Shaman immediately, and the Abaddon has the ult pop. Going to get an urn popped on him. He's going to end up blowing up from the Dagon. Luna taking a lot of damage and will end up dying immediately here. Going to get the Visage as well, and looks like they will be able to get the Nyx as well. A lot of damage from the Gyrocopter, hitting for 260 right now. And they are going to start the push onto the first Tier 3 tower of the game here.
Look
And
at how fast
Gyrocopter.
that thing is
Yeah,
dropping.
just Gyrocopter's damage, man.
Not even
level
that.
20.
Slark has a DD.
Has fallen.
How much damage is he doing? Okay, yeah.
Slark is 22, has double
Yeah,
damage.
doing
and it's
350
doing
right there. And
significantly
they should
more
just
work
go up.
than Gyro.
They should just go up to the racks right now. Slark, what are you doing, man? Slark, what are you doing, man? The
He was
racks,
trying to see if anyone was
the
coming
racks,
out.
man.
And
Yep,
there's the Tinker.
Gyrocopter gets blown up.
Oh, he actually
They
managed
are
to
going to
land
be able
that.
to get the tanker though with the hook, and not able to cast, as you can see. So will they be able to get the racks now? They get the range racks, but that's not really what you want. Gonna miss the pounds here. Gets the bash though, and gonna start trying to get this AA. Will be able to do so. Gonna start trying to hit the Luna. He's just not great with his pounds today. I mean, they are. I guess they are close range. So it looks like Nyx and Visage will be coming up in a moment, but they will still end up at the end of the day being able to clear off
that
this.
first line racks.
Yeah, this melee racks here. Slark not in a great place here.
He might die.
Yeah,
He's dead.
gonna end up dying here. I don't know, this Slark's decision making, very questionable at times. I mean, you could see he wasn't going for the melee racks for a really long time when there weren't any heroes up, and I mean, they did end up getting it later, but multiple times he's gone in at the end of a fight and just died like that against multiple
I mean,
heroes.
there's value in going for the ranged racks over the melee racks because it doesn't regen, so you're able, and it has no armor. So
Well,
you're
not
able
even
to kill
that.
it significantly faster.
It was when he
And-
went up towards the fountain just
Yeah,
to try
doing
to see
that,
if
that
there's
was just
anyone.
kind of that was a ballsy, like, maybe I can pick off a support that's trying to come in and save something. So that wasn't really, like, questionable. It was like, it could have, like, if it had worked, we'd be like, yeah, him doing that was really good play. But the fact that it didn't work, it's like, yeah, that was a bad play.
So they're going to get an Ags on the Shadow Shaman as well as the Clockwork, so this is going to be pretty scary here. They're going to try doing this rush, but the Flare's going to scout it out immediately, and looks like they're going to stay here for the moment. No, they are going to start backing out a little bit. Yeah, definitely not a great idea to keep doing this.
If Slark sells his bottle, then he has Abyssal.
Gyrocopter's saying to go in. And it looks like they are
They can
going to
do it.
keep doing this rush. Not doing a lot of damage is the Luna.
God, 40 minutes in. Look how slow this Roshan is being taken.
Yeah, I mean, Luna just doesn't have that much. I guess she does okay damage, but no one else on the team really does. Clockwork's going to hook in, gets both the Luna as well as the Visage, and pops the Blade Mail. Wards go down as well as the Gyro ult, and the Pipe really preventing a lot of that AA ult damage. Going to get the Nyx first, and the Luna as well as the Visage. Going to be able to get the Ancient Apparition on the side, and Tinker running away as fast as he can will Ghost Scepter himself, and just barely unable to get him. What's the
how long
Invis
Valley
with? Did he have
is.
a rune? I guess so.
He didn't have Invis, he had a Ghost Scepter.
Oh.
Slark just ran past him.
Oh, okay, you just ran past him.
Because he basically, like, attacked move, and when you have Ghost Scepter, you can't attack move onto someone.
Tinker
So
on
he,
the
like,
side.
ran past him and then ran back.
Tinker on the side is going to be using Marching Machines and Rockets to harass a little bit. I don't know if this is a great place for him to go. Oh, actually, I guess Abaddon's almost dead here. Yeah, they're going to
the
hook
hook.
up to the Tinker, just going to cox him over to the side, and we'll be able to blow him up with the Flare. Oh, they're actually going to pop the Gyro just for good measure. And unfortunately with the rush, oh, they are going to call GG
GG.
here. So
That's definitely the best decision.
Game 3 will be happening, and I'm pretty happy about this.
And the storm of battle ends.
First Gyro win of the series. GG. And by series, I mean the whole entire goddamn tournament.
Honestly, I don't remember Gyro being played before, but
He's
I'll
been
take your word
picked.
for
He's
it.
been picked like 3 or 4 times, and every time he's lost. I said 5 earlier. It's somewhere between 3 and 5, like including this game.
So I have to remember how you do it for game 3. I think we have to do another toss here.
I had more damage than that fat feeder stupid.
Still no
Um,
admins.
nope. I mean, I can
Throwing
check
it.
again, but let me check.
Oh, that box. She's a fat feeder too.
No, I'm not seeing anyone.
I reported that.
Those admins just dropping the ball. Not even Chinese. I'm a little bit shocked that there's no Chinese casters and we still only have 6 viewers. Why can't the Chinese viewers just come watch our stream? God, so hurtful.
Shout out to the viewers, Katie Dodo again and Red Quaid.
You're going to?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're actually gonna have to change your name to Spaghetti Tacos.
Okay, I believe we'll do another coin flip, I'd say.
She's broken, so.
I'm just watching the stream. Good stuff.
Hey, we're swapping a player out. Okay, Ghost and Arrow is saying that
Okay.
DGZ swapping a player out.
I'm going to blow my nose.
You do that.
A lot better.
Sir Roger. I wanna play the donger, but I don't
I'm gonna check Facebook. Facebook.
Please have Murky. If he says yes. Yeah, that's why I said if he says yes.
Well,
Murky.
just gonna wait a little bit. Looks like we're bringing in a different player here. Looks like we've someone Chinese. I don't know who that is.
I just got a
It's not one of the casters though.
No, I don't think so.
Possibly this thing.
Should I fight someone else? Who's a ton of birds? Hurry. Should I fight Mercato?
I have to check rules on stand-ins.
He one-shots me.
Yeah, as long as it's not someone from like
2 more
Oh, it's
ultimate players maximum.
Katy Perry. They're bringing Katy Perry.
Oh, okay. That should be fine, I think. I'm not seeing any particular rules on that. So, yeah. I believe that's fine.
The whole 5 team is there.
Oh my god, they're skin good. Maybe just on our one.
Wait, I don't get this.
I'm gonna go
If
to
they have
my
5
phone.
players, why are they switching one? I mean, I guess maybe someone needs to do something.
Oh my god, it's even just on her. It's just 30 in offense. It's just flat.
So wait, is Katy? What team was Katy Perry on?
I forget which team he was on, but I don't remember.
The shit talking began.
They're both silver. Wukong was gold last season. We're gonna win this.
I mean, as long as Katy Perry's team isn't in the tournament anymore, I think it's okay.
Give us.
I don't.
I don't know. Maybe they'll have one of their players standing in as a coach or something. Coach.
Whatever. Just waiting for the game 3.
Wukong's still loading too, so it's just not.
And a cross post to.
He's no Dragon Fist Arena. She's a magician. What?
Should probably play some music while this is going on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, magician.
I will do. Oh, actually, I can turn on iTunes.
You should interfere first.
Shout out to iTunes for being kind of shitty software.
Dark King doesn't do any damage like that. It's better
It
than
bugs out
Dark
so
King.
much, I'm not gonna lie.
If you cut fear and then
I've never had that problem.
BCC forever.
Well,
Who's
that's
Byfish?
great for you. Byfish? Oh.
Like bye bye.
I thought that was Katy Perry's thing, because I'm friends with him.
Oh,
You got like no.
it probably is. Wait, no, it's is it? Probably. I don't know. I'm not friends with any of these. Well, that's not true. I just got friended by Chromosome. But other than that, oh, and Albacama. Other than those two, not friends with anybody on this shit. All alone. All I have is you. Ugh.
Me? Thanks.
Yeah,
Ass.
bro. You're welcome, dick.
I'd rather be a dick than an ass.
Alright, someone needs to do an assignment. God damn it. Say, what's going on?
I don't know. Just gonna let it happen for a little while and then ask again later.
Alright, so their mid player has to sit out, I guess. Todd?
I don't know, man. Katy Perry's coming.
So I'm guessing that Todd has to go do an assignment, which is due in an hour. And while that's going on, Byfish is standing in for Farming Food?
And now two people are restarting their comps.
Swag.
Swag. Swag. Swag.
Well, this is nice. I guess I'll just look at my Dota 2 items.
Why can I not see where I am on the other end? It's fun being an admin.
Right? I mean, obviously I'm not doing the same shit you are, but I can be like, oh yeah, gosh.
I mean, if you know what's funny is technically I was never given leave to be an admin.
You just kinda had to.
Yeah, I mean there's no one else here, so
Shitty admins, god, they're probably like,
I wonder
Wait,
if
what
they
day is
even
it?
told other people besides me. Whatever. Not my problem. I mean, as long as we have like a, as long as
Katy
we have
Perry's
like
here.
observers, it's not a problem.
oh god, that's not even funny.
Do you listen to this music?
No, I muted the stream.
Oh, okay. I could probably see why.
I mean, I don't want to have like echo
Yeah, it's
2 minutes before.
pretty weird. Yeah, when
You
you
throw me off so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I guess Todd isn't standing in? Todd was just Todd doesn't have to go do his homework? I guess Todd is just like a computer? Chopacabra. See, why can't you make jokes like that? That one was actually funny. The sigh of, oh, I know. Dude, I'll stand in. Oh man. Quickly, just get Merlina, it'll be fine. We played Merlini earlier.
I guess.
We wrecked the shit. Hey Evan, everyone now knows that your roommate's Overlord. Just fed him a kill.
Okay. You mean all 2 people in the stream that aren't us?
All 4 people? Oh yeah, I guess that's right. It's just 2 people other than us.
Yeah.
No, it'd be 3, because you don't see yourself in that number. I don't
Yeah, you
think.
do.
Fuck! It's only 2 people.
So I reshared it in a different place, like 5 or so minutes ago, and someone shared it. So.
Oh yeah.
And I also put it in the thread.
Well, obviously, put it in the thread. So is Byfish their stand-in? Or is this
Yes.
just some random ass person?
I guess.
I don't understand life.
I'm pretty sure it's not a random person. It'd be pretty hard to guess this password just randomly.
Yeah, that's true. Hey dude, is Katie Dodo Katy Perry and that's why they're not watching it anymore?
Maybe.
My mind is blown.
Shout out to Tim Mayust for watching. Game's gonna be starting soon. They're just figuring out stuff.
How do I see who's watching? God damn it.
I don't know about you, but for me, there's like a thing next to
Here it
the
is.
chat button.
Dude, I'm like fairly certain. Yeah, I saw it, by the way. I'm fairly certain that Katie Dodo is Katy Perry. I heard Arteezy uses that before. Other than the Skype call, they should.
So I would have to say that.
Go. Go, 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 go.
Okay, we're going. So I'd have to say that DragonGeorgeZ was definitely the favored to win in this matchup here. Oh my god, you know what the problem was? We forgot to... Fuck me.
What? What did you do? Fuck.
I was thinking about that, but then they're like, oh, we're like doing tons of other stuff, so I was like, okay, I'll wait.
It's unfortunate. Yes, I'd like to lose this game. She had like 1 HP, but then I like totally one-shot her and it was great.
You're a person? Okay.
Alright, no scenario wants tails. Flip this bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna flip it right here. The Great South Dakota coin. Not from South Dakota, but I don't know. It is. What's that? Tails again.
Dude, tails never fails.
This is gonna be my fastest game.
Aw, yeah. Hashtag rectum.
I like that.
Alright, let's do this bitch. Oh, dude, that puck loading screen?
Yeah.
Bro.
My color is like.
How did you get all these loading screens, by the way? Or were they all just the chest ones?
Yeah, there are the chess ones.
God damn it. Alright, so Ghost Scenario wants Radiant.
Yeah, I saw.
I know you saw, I just figured I'd say it. For the viewers who can't see it.
They can see it.
Not as well. You never know. Maybe they're not paying attention.
Shout out to unknown person who's watching this, because there's 5 people and 4 viewers with usernames, so.
Wait. It doesn't say.
Yeah,
Refresh
that's
this
what I'm
bitch.
talking about. Can people without accounts just show up as viewers but not people?
Dude, you think I actually pay attention to this shit? Come on.
That's true.
Alright, they want second pick.
Okay, I'll switch it right now. Starting team is Radiant.
Who should I buy? I need someone OP in this game though. 3K.
It's Legion Commander this time. I have Legion Commander, Lifestealer, and Puck.
Yes, those are all from the chest. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Each chest
There's
gives
some-
you a loading screen.
There's some really good loading screens. I want to get the Kunkka loading screens.
Okay, so after the initial fuck up by me, we're good to go.
I hate Doom.
And here we go. Gonna be the last game here. So it's come down to game 3 here, and this game is gonna decide who will go to the finals to face up against Who's That Handsome Devil. And DragonGeorgeZ was definitely the favorite in this series, having not lost a game at all throughout the tournament. But
Farm and Feed
Farm and
managed
Feed, man.
to take one off.
yeah, just
Not
back and
only
forth
did
game, but they managed to get
take
it.
one off. They managed to get the first gyrocopter win of the entire tournament. Crazy.
They won a game when they really
Seconds
needed to,
remaining.
because this is where it matters. And if they get to the final, it's going to be good stuff there. And again, the final's going to be Illini Union Ballroom Sunday night, this Sunday, the April 6th at I believe 5:30 is the last information that I had on it. At the very least, I'll be there because I'm going at 5 to set up stuff, and if no one else is there, I definitely will be. So, you know, if no one else is there, we can just do something.
Order pizza. Have a party.
Maybe not order pizza. I don't have that kind of bank, man.
Well, you can do something.
Yeah, something.
Man, you totally ruined it. You were supposed to lure people in.
I don't got that kind of bank, man. I can't promise something that I can't deliver on.
Hey, give a shout out to Oriart because he's the one who linked it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Oratard. I didn't see that. I close Facebook regularly.
All right, dude, go ahead and resend it or whatever, because I mean it's standard bans right now. Except DragonGeorgeZ is getting rid of the Knicks, which is weird because they're the ones who've been playing the Knicks.
Yep.
Which it worked really well for them in Game 1, but during Game 2, it just really didn't do what they needed it to.
Yeah.
And of course, we're seeing the Ember Lycan bans. Those are probably the two scariest heroes right now, if you think about it. Lycan because no one seems to pick stuns anymore, and Ember Spirit because that son of a bitch hits so hard.
Well, we'll see what's going to end up happening again here. And wait a second. Okay. Okay, whatever. Well, looks like it's taking a lot of time in this second ban here. And if Farm and Feed managed to pull off this upset, the finals are going to be pretty interesting.
Radiant team.
Yeah, dude, I think we've seen Farm and Feed play Who's That Handsome Devil before, haven't we?
I will check the schedule right now.
Alright, well, while he's checking the schedule, the last ban for the
They actually beat Who's That Handsome Devil in one of the games. So they all played 2 games against each other. And in the 2 games that they played against Who's That Handsome Devil, they each took a game. So that's pretty good, I'd have to say.
Nice.
Don't forget the Death Prop and the Pugnus. This is going to be
That is a
push-o-matic.
That is hardcore push.
I mean,
and
if only
all
they had
that
Lycan.
DragonGeorgeZ have so far is a Visage.
So
Lycan's a bit different of push. Pugna and Death Prophet are like, we 5-man Death Ball push. Lycan is like, hey, while you guys fight, I'm gonna go slap your tower a little bit and make some wolves.
dude, what if they got a Nature's Prophet too?
Oh, dude, if they get a Nature's Prophet, like, if DragonGeorgeZ do not ban out any more pushing heroes, Farm and Feed have the chance of ending this game in 10 minutes.
Like, you get, like, a Nature's Prophet, and then you just get 2, like, fight heroes. Like, I don't know what that would be. But
That'd be like Bristleback and Abaddon. If you had Bristleback and Abaddon to go with Death Prophet and Pugna,
yeah.
it's just GG. You just call GG then. Like, I wouldn't even play that
You just
game.
call
I
GG
wouldn't
in the
ban it.
draft, yeah.
I would call GG in the draft and just be like, fuck this noise. I'm not playing this game. Especially with all you having so far as the Visage.
They're really thinking about
can't
this.
do anything against a push.
Look at all the bonus time they're getting into here. So they're going to start with a Venomancer, and I don't know about that, yeah.
That's risky. Like, it has good counter pushing if he's maxing Plague Wards and Poison Sting. But that means that he's not going to be able to put a lot in Venomous Gale. And Venomous Gale is a lot of damage output. That's really where you're going to be getting a lot of your kills early game. And even just extra damage output. So,
Well,
yeah,
another
man,
thing
I don't
about
know.
this is that the Venomancer, he can stop the creeps, yeah, but
he doesn't
Death
stop the
Prophet
heroes.
and Pugna
Can't
don't
stop
really
that.
need to have creeps. Pugna just needs to walk up for a second, cast, and then he can walk out, get out of tower range. And Death Prophet doesn't need to be close either, just needs to be close enough for the ghost to hit the tower. So,
Yeah. And DragonGeorgeZ banning out the Slark, it doesn't make sense. Farm and Feed is clearly not going to be looking for pickoffs with a Slark. And Slark
Well,
is really bad in a pushing lineup.
a Slark could be okay in terms of the fight aspect that they could have, but
The
there are
fight,
definitely better heroes
possibly,
they could
but-
pick, yeah.
He's just not the right hero for that.
Now, the
And
Viper, I think, is good.
Viper makes
because
a bit more sense because he's able
Yeah.
to kill the squishy Pugna. The magic damage that comes out from him is really hard to deal with for Pugna and Death Prophet, and plus the slow. It's
really good for
difficult.
helping get the Death Prophet because she's so good at kiting with her speed.
Yeah. And then DragonGeorgeZ getting rid of the Clockwork, again, it's not the right hero. Like, yes, Clockwork is a very good fighting hero. But in a pushing lineup, it's actually better to have the Clockwork on your own team for the cogs to disperse and be able to initiate into that death ball. Like you need something to get into that death ball and split it up. And Clockwork's one of the best for that. So banning it out for your own team is really a bad idea.
Well, this is going to be an interesting game, definitely, with the amount of push they have in these next couple picks. Do you think they should end up going for like a split push, or maybe some more just straight up push, or do you think they should go for something different, like slow, like have different options here in terms of like a really hard carry, or like a lot of good semis, or something like that?
Well, with the way it's looking right now, Death Prophet and Pugna, if you give them 2 supports that make it so that they can basically... Shadow Shaman. This is a great example. Shadow Shaman is going to be able to push, he's going to be able to provide burst, and he's got lockdown. That right there means that this, if they get one more good pushing hero, Farm and Feed will be able to 4-man down mid from like level 6 for all their heroes, and they can get a Nature's Prophet to split push. They can get a Weaver who can split push and farm. They like can pick up an extra hero and be really greedy with it.
What if they got a Luna and a Nature's Prophet?
If they got Luna and Nature's Prophet right now, Luna not so much. Nature's Prophet.
The damage though, the damage. That's what I'm thinking.
For damage, yes, but that means that Luna loses a lot of farm potential and a lot of like actual being able.
Doesn't matter if you get in towers, man.
That's true, but for sure the Nature's Prophet, like Nature's
the
Prophet,
Nature's Prophet is
gonna
be
is
great.
just like disgusting.
Because it's like we're going to get a tower when we do this.
Oh, we didn't talk about Farm and Feed's last ban with the Ancient Apparition. That's another smart one because that Death Ball is going to be really close together. You don't want them to get healed up. I mean.
So the Bristlebag's going to help a bit, because he'll be able to walk in and just start the fight when he feels like it.
He's tanky, he's going to be able to go in there and like do his thing. He just has to be really careful that he's not taking it all to the face before he, you know, actually gets to them. Because if he's taking everything to the face, he's got a good chance of dying before he even gets into that death ball.
Yeah, and literally, when you talk about the face, we're talking literally here, because if he's walking up, he's not going to be able to get that bristleback damage reduction.
Yeah, it actually would have been... DragonGeorgeZ, I think, really needs a Centaur or a Slardar. Someone who can blink in or get there really fast with either the Stampede or the Sprint and get an AoE stun off. DragonGeorgeZ needs Sustain and AoE at this point, which they have from the Venomancer and they have from the Bristleback. Visage gives you some lockdown with the birds, doesn't really give you any AoE,
yeah, they don't really
nice
have any
to have
lockdown.
that single. It's nice to have single target burst. Weaver, see, this is what I'm saying. Farm and Feed can take that Weaver, split push, farm him up. Like he doesn't have to enter the game until he's got a Radiance Desolator, Lincolns, and Boots of Travel. And even then, it's like, you can just keep pushing Weaver, why not?
If you look at the side of DragonGeorgeZ here, I mean, they don't have much lockdown. Oh, all they got is the birds and some slows. They're gonna need some, especially for this Weaver.
Yeah,
and
man.
they're gonna have some problems with this draft here. I mean, so much to deal with. So many different things that you have to consider when you're picking these couple of heroes. And they don't have much time here, only 6 seconds of bonus time, so they gotta pick something now.
5 seconds.
I think they need Disruptor. I think if DragonGeorgeZ has Puck, Puck works really good. Puck's Silence is going to be able to really... Well, first off, Puck with Blink Silence is one of the best ways of dealing with Weaver, because no matter how many Lincoln Spheres he has, unless he has a BKB, he still can't Sakuchi out. But Puck is also really good at controlling team fights. It's going to help out significantly for this very fast, agile pushing strat that's going to be one of moving everywhere really quickly and just providing some extra counter push with the orb and the waning rift. Puck is a really good pickup. I think if DragonGeorgeZ picks up like a Disruptor next, or again, I'm really thinking they need that Centaur. If they don't have that Centaur, I'm a little worried for them. Well, not really just the Centaur, but they need a Centaur-esque hero. A lot of that burst damage to bring out and a lot of the AoE crowd control. And
so what do you think the lanes are going to be here?
Really.
For like DragonGeorgeZ first.
5 seconds.
DragonGeorgeZ is going to probably have to be Bristle off laning, Puck mid, Visage, Veno, and a carry and a tri-lane. Farm and Feed has Tidehunter. Wow. That is the fighting hero that Farm and Feed was like, fuck it, why not? That is a scary-ass hero.
It'd be great when they're pushing, because if they just start to go in on you, you just press the R and get going. But also, you can blink in under the tower and just start the fight yourself then.
Tidehunter is the best base breaking hero in Dota 2 because of the AoE of Ravage, because of how big it is. He's able to basically go up onto the high ground and make it so that your entire team, unless you're standing back at your tier 4 towers, become disabled. Like Magnus before, when it was a slightly bigger AoE on the RP, he was the big base breaking hero. But now that he's kind of gone, Tidehunter is really that hero that's like, you don't really want to actually have to defend against that guy because you have to have your finger down and ready from like the second you see him. Otherwise, you're like Ravage bait.
Well, they are going to get the Tinker here at the end, which is going to help a lot for their split push, so...
It's going to help a lot with the counter push, and I think he needs to get a Scythe before he gets anything else. Like, he's going to have to go Boots of Travel, Blink into the Scythe of Ice. Like, if he's going to start working towards a Dagon, I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
Well, we'll start off here. Gosunero on DragonGeorgeZ here will be playing the Bristleback, going up towards top lane, calling out the level 1 rush before it happens. Confessory will be going towards mid on the Tinker. Looks like they're going to have Puck so far on bottom, being played by Katy Perry. Gonna have Meridius playing the Venomancer, and lastly, for DGZ, we will have Chopa77 again on the Visage. Next up, we'll have Pink on Farm and Feed here, playing the Shadow Shaman. We'll have Byfish on the Weaver. Chromosome will be playing the Tidehunter this time. We'll have, oh, what would you call that? Sort of brownish, I don't know what you would call that. Taupe, maybe? On the Pugna. And lastly, we'll have Todd here on the Death Prophet in the mid lane. And it looks like they're referencing in the second game where they came in here and Farm and Feed did end up getting a double kill before the creeps did spawn here. So looks like in the mid lane here we're going to have Tinker versus a Death Prophet, and I'd have to say that I do favor the Death Prophet initially with the amount of burst damage that you do get from the Crypt Swarm.
Not only that, the spam ability of it.
Yeah.
Tinker, until he hits 6, cannot spam his abilities.
And it looks like they're actually going to run an aggressive tri-lane here on the top lane, and they'll have the Puck down at bottom. And another thing that you have to look at when you're looking at DGZ is that they don't really have too much late game potential here, other than really, I would have to say their best is the Tinker.
Their best is the Tinker, followed closely by Bristle. Bristle can become very scary. If this tri-lane goes well for DGZ, then Farm and Feed's like actual pushing potential.
Oh, look at mid.
Not as scary as
DGZ going to come in, get the Gale off onto the Death Prophet and doing good damage. They did get the laser as well. Pretty tanky, but with the soul assumption, Tinker will end up getting the first blood here. So that's going to help them a lot.
That's definitely what they need. They need to get that money up quickly on their Tinker. They need to keep that Death Prophet down and away from 6, and they need to get some extra experience for their supports.
Already almost has the Ghost Scepter now, and Bristleback, it looks like he will end up offlaning here. So actually they're going to switch. They're going to switch the sort of or no, actually DGZ was the one who did in the first game. So they're just going to be running a roaming lane again here, and actually doing good damage on the Puck. Puck is going to almost die. Just barely manages to get the orb out at the right time. But yeah, DGZ is just going to be running that dual roaming strat like they had in the first game with the Marana Bane here. And it worked out for them the first time, didn't try the second game, and ended up losing. So maybe they figure they're going to go back to that. Worked last time, and even though they have a different combo this game, still got a lot of damage here.
Dude, who did you say was getting Ghost Scepter?
When? What?
You said like a minute ago someone is getting Ghost Scepter. I was really confused when you said it.
Okay, if I said that, then I was crazy.
You were saying it when Tinker was going mid with all of them. You're like, oh, he's really close to the Ghost Scepter.
Or, sorry, Soul Ring
there
is what I meant to say. I don't know why I would have said Ghost Scepter. My bad. That's weird. Okay. Anyways, looks like on bot lane, we're going to have the Puck versus the Weaver. And the Weaver with the spam ability of Shikuchi is going to have a pretty good time here. Puck's going to have to really get ready on the orb there, just in case, like we saw earlier.
Not just that,
sure
but Bottle Crowing and the Phase Shift are going to have to be pretty...
Also going to have to watch the Courier. Well, only a walking Courier right now, and Weaver could take advantage of that, possibly. Meanwhile, it looks like we're going to have the farming Pugna up here against what it looks like they're going to start out with. Well, it looks like Visage will be coming up towards the lane here. But Pugna doing okay on CS right now.
Pugna is got 12 last hits, as does the Tinker. No, Tinker just got 13.
Looks like
14.
Tinker's going
My
to
God.
be running the March of the Machines max build as a... Did work out great. Confessor got a lot of damage last time and will be going for it again.
It's a very scary build.
Ghost and Air are gonna try the counter warding here, and they will. Now they've just both have sentries here, and they are gonna be able to get the Radiant Sentry first. So, I mean, I guess you have a sentry here. It doesn't really help too much, but better than nothing.
Oh, apparently I'm really low with the high.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm worried for DGZ. Like, if they're able to keep the farm and feed heroes down, then everything we were talking about earlier with the snowball, the death ball, the just sheer pushing for farm
Tinker's
and
gonna
feed,
stack Ancients.
it won't happen. But if they're not prepared and they're not ready, then DGZ is just not going to be able to handle it.
Tinker's this is his third stack on the Ancients right now, so
That
that's
is good
really
stuff.
gonna help out his farm. Meanwhile, Bristleback doing okay here on the top lane. Not too many last hits here, but he's getting the experience that he needs, so it's not too bad. Now, Venomancer, like you said, gonna maybe have to prioritize these wards a little bit more than you would normally to deal with the kind of push here. We got, oh god, we have the Serpent wards here. We have the Nether Blast, the Death Prophet Exorcism. Just so much damage here. These
Plus,
towers are gonna melt. Death Prophet almost level
since-
6 already.
Since Weaver has Geminate, that means it's just even more right-click for
Yeah.
down than towers.
Confessor is going to get level 6, so gonna maybe in a little bit start farming this stack up here. He has the regen rune and good amount of mana, so we'll probably start rearming and going for that stack in a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, he's actually headed towards top lane. Oh, no. No, he's just going to do the march, the march this way. There you go. Oh, how did he kill the Weaver here? Okay. Just maxing. He actually is maxing the silence. So, okay, good damage, I guess. I guess it's easier to hit the Weaver in the Shikuchi or otherwise. And let's see, how's Pugna doing so far here? I already got the Arcane Boots. That's really going to help for taking down this tower here, which it looks like they may be able to get another blast off here if he wants to do so. Nope, just going to take some right clicks. Pugna's pretty good right click here, honestly.
Pugna has great right click. He's got the highest intelligence gain in the game.
Yeah, and he
At
already starts
4.
with a pretty good base.
Yeah. It's the second highest stat gain in the game. I think Phantom Lancer has
Phantom Lancer's like
4.3.
4.2.
Yeah. Something stupid.
Yeah, something just dumb. So, looks like we're going to have a rotation coming down to bottom here. Oh no, actually Death Prophet's just going to get the DD, come back to mid. How's Tinker doing on those bots? Not going to go for the Soul Ring like I was thinking. So, he does have the bots recipe already. 6 minutes in. So, going to bring that out to him in just a second now. Yep, Courier coming out with it. Good old
Damn.
Stumpy. Meanwhile, oh, look at this baby Roshan. I saw this in the game earlier, yeah. Good stuff. So Bristleback has the Ring of Health here, gonna be going for the Vanguard. Which is gonna help a lot considering the amount of damage that they got. Weaver's actually being left for a little bit to farm on the bot lane, but meanwhile, they did manage to get the Puck ult off onto the Death Prophet, and they will clean him off here. Maybe get a little bit of
DGZ
damage.
is doing exactly what they need to do. Like, they're keeping the farm and feed heroes down, and actually Death Prophet, even though she's level 7, doesn't have any in Exorcism. She's maxing out the Witchcraft before she puts any in it. That's actually really weird.
Well, it's because that way you can really spam the Crypt Swarm, because it's so low mana. Like, every
Yeah.
time you get it, it lowers the mana.
It takes
I mean, I guess
25
not
mana
too
away.
much, but it also lowers the cooldown, which helps.
It goes down to 4. Yeah. It also gives you extra Exorcism spirits. I don't know. It just seems a little weird.
Yeah, I sometimes get like 1 in it because it helps a little bit, but I don't know about maxing all of it before you get Exorcism. I feel like if they brought Death Prophet up here onto the top lane with Exorcism, they could just take this tower, but
Yeah.
not going to do so. Doing a little bit of good damage onto Katy Perry, orbing in the wrong place here, as Katy Perry gonna end up dying here. Not a good place to orb with the Shadow Shaman and Tidehunter coming down there.
Dire's middle tower.
So
No, that was
unfortunate.
very much a needed. That was a needed kill for
Yeah.
Death Prophet.
Confessor gonna come in, gonna try to do a little bit of damage to this Weaver here, but he is just gonna start botsing out here, just trying to push out this lane. Could maybe consider a push onto the bot lane, maybe. Gonna go back for the Soul Ring now. So that'll help him a lot in terms of the mana that he needs when he's out in the lane. And just look at how poor this Venomancer is. He just has an Iron Branch. It's a poor life.
2 last hits. Let's see,
DGZ
where's
leading XP by
600 net worth.
1500 and in gold about even. Switch
Yeah,
over
dude.
the net worth here.
Farm and Feed's not putting the pressure on that they need to for DGZ.
Yeah.
In fact, DGZ is the one putting the pressure on Farm and Feed.
Speaking of
which is
which,
really what
Bristleback
you
coming
do
up,
not
and
want to
with
have
the Visage here. Oh, actually gonna get a good puck ult off, and gonna clean up the Tidehunter first. Pugna.
Tactical pause.
Why?
Oh, Shadow Shaman's lagging.
Well, Pugna's gonna die here, and it looks like Shadow Shaman gonna die as well.
That's for your
Yeah,
impertinence.
definitely.
Double.
Oh, but
Just get
we
the
were going to be able
last
to
hit
pick
with the Pug. And yeah, they should be able to get the Bristleback, and gonna be able to do almost enough damage to the Puck, but not enough with the Glamps Out, or the Phase Shift, yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Dude, Farm and Feed is dropping it right now. Like,
Yeah.
they have a significantly better lineup, and they have a very scary lineup that's very hard to deal with. But DGZ is just playing, basically, their best right now. They're doing what they need to do, putting pressure on the right places, on the right heroes. They're picking up kills. They're getting this Tinker very farmed. He's already at 4,500 net worth. Like, they basically control the pushing lineup, and when your pushing lineup is being controlled, it can't do anything.
I don't like this Death Prophet's leveling. I mean, she's got an Exorcism now, but I feel like an earlier Exorcism could have really helped them out a lot.
Just even being able to put a little bit of damage on the towers, like every bit of damage on a tower counts in a push lineup.
Yeah, and
It's just
with Todd earlier
barely-
on the Invoker, he was doing pretty well, but on this Death Prophet, I'm not so sure. Looks like they're going to start grouping up mid here. Don't have enough mana for the Exorcism right now, though. And, no runes around, so not going to be able to push for a little while.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they are going to catch out Tinker on the side. Do they have stuns? No, they don't, so he's just going to be able to TP out there.
With the exception of Shadow Shaman, the only real stun on Farm and Feed is the title.
Yep.
I mean, that being said,
He also has
it's-
the Hex.
It's who's got the Hex?
Shadow Shaman.
I already talked about Shadow Shaman's
Well,
stuns.
I thought you were talking about the Shackle. I thought you said the stun.
I said the stuns.
Okay.
Multiple. He's got 2. I mean, DGZ though, the only stun they have is Puck ult, and that's if you land the ult and make them run away.
You have Visage Stomp.
Well-
Bird Stomps, or whatever they're called, actually. Looks like on top, Bristleback gonna try to do some damage to Pugna here. Gonna pop the Buckler, but I think he could have gone in for that, actually.
Tinker kills
Gonna try to
Weaver.
run away from the Bristleback. Or from the Death Prophet, yeah. And Weaver, where did he end up dying here? On the bot
On the
lane.
bot lane.
And looks like they're going to be able to get the Shadow Shaman as well with the Puck ult. Venomancer's going to drop the ult, and Tidehunter might end up dying as well here, not even level 6. They are going to end up finally getting the Shadow Shaman, and just barely get it with the Venomancer ward.
And Pugna is almost dead to creeps. Them neutral creeps. Too much.
Is under attack. Storm doors
Well,
in
they'll
place.
get the
Dire
tier 1 in mid
structures are
here.
fortified.
Death Prophet's going to do what she can on top, but
Radiant's top tower is under
will
attack.
it be able to get the tower? I
Possibly.
feel like maybe tank
no,
this tower, yeah.
Radiant
Oh, they
structures
still had the
the
fortify.
glyph now.
Well, unfortunate here. And Death
She
Prophet,
might die.
not sure if this is a great idea here.
Yeah, she's dead.
And the tower will be end up being denied as well, so I feel like
confirmed. Radiant's top
very
tower
bad tactical
being
and
denied.
strategical mistakes coming out from Farm and Feed at the moment right now. And it looks like Weaver close to death here from the puck. Is going to try to run out, but ends up stopping for a second. No, they're not going to see it. So, next order of business here will be the tier 1 top for DragonGeorgeZ. And Pugna going to try to stop this as best he can, but
The Visage Familiars end up killing the ward.
will he be able to get the puck? Oh, finally has the Ravage. Will pop it. And stuck under the puck ult. Taking a lot of damage here. Just barely going to be able to get out so far. Going to dodge the orb. And okay for now. No one dead, surprisingly. And they're not able to get the Tinker. Maybe be able to get the Visage. Yes, will be able to do so. But Death Prophet is going to end up dying for it. They get the puck as well. And so close to getting the Weaver, but too far so far. Blinks the other way and will be able to get him. So ends up being 2 for 2, and they get the Weaver.
They get the Weaver and the Death Prophet
Yeah.
for your solo puck, which is unfortunate, and your support Visage, which is like, meh, who cares?
Meh.
That is terrible for Farm and Feed.
So
Farm and Feed
4,000
is just
experience
not.
for DragonGeorgeZ, and in gold, getting up to about 4,000 as well. And if you look at the net worth here, I mean, this Tinker, he got banked, man. Pugna and Death Prophet are doing okay, but this Weaver's just not doing very well. Sort of like the Luna last game.
Yeah, man. It's just unfortunate. Tinker has been playing very well this game. He's 5-1. He's managed to get like 2 solo kills on the Weaver or something.
Yeah, this
like
early
that.
blink dagger really helping him out. Just so good for that blink right there. And looks like no specifically new items here. Looks like Death Prophet's going to go for the early Bloodstone here. Pugna already has the mech up. Do they see the
Cover your
Tinker?
eyes.
I
Oh, yeah,
guess
they know.
he's there,
They
but
saw
can't
him
really
TP
get
on the
him.
Visage Familiar.
Just going to blink
Oh, they
farther in.
resummoned it.
Gonna come in, Ty taking lots of damage here. The wards get popped down, and he's gonna end up dying to the March here. They do get the Visage on the side as well as the Venomancer, but not gonna be able to get the Bristle back, unfortunately. They missed the bird as well. So, okay, I mean,
Middle tower
but they
is
did use the
under
ward
attack.
cooldown, so that's kind of annoying. Tinker's gonna be here on the side, and he can almost clean up the Pugna by himself.
Yeah, as long as his Visage Familiar is nearby.
Actually gonna
Farm
spot
and Feed
out.
needs to be very careful.
Actually, Death
dude.
Prophet's in some pretty big trouble here. Close to death, and will, yep, Bristleback gets the last hit in on that. Well, so far, DragonGeorgeZ definitely in the captain's seat for this game. Really just, they're determining where the fight's going to be. I mean, they're taking the towers right now, which is surprising considering Farm and Feed's lineup, but I don't know.
Sometimes when you don't take the advantage of what your lineup can do, you fall too far behind and then you just get wrecked.
Yeah, I think
I've seen this happen before, and when it happens, it's always a shock to see a pushing lineup get out pushed. But when it happens, it's like you can kind of tell why.
Ravage is
you know?
up and the tower close to death, but the Stomp will keep them from being able to get the Bristle back, and they should deny this. They're not going to do so yet. Oh, the Visage
Bottom
Bird, yeah.
tower has
Probably a
fallen.
good idea. Now they will end up denying it.
The message dies.
Meanwhile, Tinker did get the
Been
tower.
denied.
Oh, where did he get the tower? Bottom? I guess. And Puck will get a blink as well as the Tinker will start working on that Dagon again. And I really feel like if the Death Prophet had just gotten the Exorcism earlier, it could have really helped out a lot, getting a couple of early towers and really helping them in those pushes. I feel
Even
like
just in the team fights.
I
'Cause
feel like
she-
Farm and Feed is just going for a really passive game, and it just didn't work out.
this is a passive game that was supposed to be played aggressive. Passive-aggressive Dota at its finest.
Well, looks like Visage close to death here from the Death Prophet. Gonna be silenced and will end up... Yep, just gonna end up dying here. Not a great idea to chase that far into those heroes. They will
Weaver
have to
can't
back
even
up
go
for
in
now.
and try and pick off the Visage because he's so scared that he'll die.
Yep. God, what do you think Farm Feed has to do to get back into this game here? Get some towers down or something.
They need to 5-man. Like, it's all they can really do at this point. If they're not 5-manning, if they're split like this and they're just kind of farming, they're not going to win a farming game. They don't, like, Weaver has the potential to outcarry, but with Tinker getting farmed so well, like, if he gets more farm, if he gets a Scythe of Ice to go along with this Dagon, and he gets an E-Blade, he's going to be able to just pick them off one at a time and just mow Farm and Feed down. Plus, Bristleback having a Vanguard, Power Trades, Magic Wand, and 1,300 gold, he's going to start becoming a very scary right-click hero. And since Farm and Feed has no real lockdown,
Oh, Weaver's
with the
dead.
exception of Shadow Shaman,
Blown up here with the silence to make sure. And Confessory actually Dagon's a creep just to make sure he gets the farm.
dude, it's all about that value.
Well, looks like in the mid lane there is going to be a push going out. Exorcism comes out as well as the Serpent Wards. Venomancer does pop the ult and just manages to barely live on 5 HP so far. They do get the tower, but taking a lot of damage from this Venomancer ult as well as the Gale. Puck's going to orb out here, and I guess
So
that'll be
close
that
to
for
time.
now. Yeah.
That was ballsy by Katy Perry. If he had his ult, or like he had mana
Yeah.
for his ult, that could have turned into a seriously bad situation for Farm and Feed.
Yeah. Well, also, I just realized, so Farm and Feed, didn't they have Pugna in the last game?
They had Pugna in their first game.
Okay.
No, DGZ had Pugna in the first game, remember? Because Pugna was doing super well, had Necronomical Con
Then
3.
who... Okay. I thought Pugna was in all 3 games for a second.
I don't
Well,
think so
anyways,
last game.
Pugna is going to be going for the Necro book here.
Much puke.
Anything else I'm missing here? Bristleback did end up getting the Vanguard, has an Ogre Club now.
Let's talk about these 3 Sentry Wards. Way too close together. Look at that. Terrible.
They really want to make sure they're not going to put any wards down in that area.
Yeah, dude. Roshan, highly
Well,
contested.
nothing that I'm missing for now, I guess. Death Prophet just getting closer to Bloodstone. Closer, I guess.
Which I don't think is the right option for her. She needs...
Yeah.
She needs...
Drawing
I
nigh.
think a Yule's might be okay.
survivability. If she had Yule's BKB, it would do more work for her than a Bloodstone would. Bloodstone gives you a little bit extra tank, and it gives you some mana regen, but it's not the right choice when you're being outpushed. This is the item you get when you're ahead.
Yeah, you don't get Bloodstone when you're losing because you lose the charges.
Yeah.
So maybe just go for a Soul Booster for a while. Actually, they are going to spot out the Shadow Shaman here, and with the amount of poison he's taking, God. Yep. He's going to come in, and they actually get the Ravage off, doing a lot of good damage here. Will be able to kill the Tinker, and wow, Puck coming in instantly gets blown up. They do get the Visage as well, and the Venomancer. Bristleback, the only one to live so far, and they will not notice him as he is coming out. Well, no, they do. Not going to be able to catch up to him, though. So, okay. Hashtag
See,
turnaround, possibly?
That's what Farm and Feed is like needed to be doing since minute 1. They need to just get tight in, land some big Ravages, pop all their ults, all their abilities, and just burst everyone
Well,
down.
you know what
They
that was?
have-
That was a bait right there. Shadow Shaman baiting the Venomancer to start coming up, and maybe bait, which was what happened in this case, the Tinker coming up and just finishing the job out, but then instantly dies because they had the silence ready.
Hey,
that
man,
silence from Death Prophet
I've
really
never seen a
helped.
bait in Pro Dota.
Yeah, hashtag never seen a bait in Dota.
Not
Oh man, that is good, yo. But yeah, no, like Farm and Feed just needs to do more of that. They need more team fights. They have significantly strong. I wouldn't say stronger. Like both teams have very strong team fight, but Farm and Feed has very good team fight that they need to use. Otherwise, they're just going to
Necro
get
2.
wrecked.
This Necro Book's build up starting to happen here, and they should be able to get the towers quicker now. Oh, actually, smoke coming out
Smoke
from
up.
DGZ. Getting close here. They will get revealed, so they know there are people here. Well, they can see the Death Prophet. They don't know if they see the other 2 in the back. They are actually going to get the ult off onto a good amount of people here. Going to get the Death Prophet first. Great Venomancer ult, hitting a lot of people here. I believe that Tidehunter close to death as well. Yep, the Shadow Shaman will end up dying from the March of the Machines. Bristleback taking a lot of damage here, but not down yet. And, okay. I mean, they get the Death Prophet and they get the Shadow Shaman, so it's good, but is it good enough? Ward's still up for a little while, meaning that they may not be able to push for a bit until these heroes get back up.
Oh.
Actually, they silence the Weaver, but the orb misses, so not going to go
If
in
that
on that
orb had
yet.
hit, I think Puck could have gone in and tried to do something.
Dagon 3 already up for Tinker, so a lot of bursts coming out here, and they looks like so far they're not going to be able to push this. May consider, you know, well, I guess with 4 people still here, they're going to keep doing it. Tinker trying to push out those side lanes more. Nope, looks like they're not going to do it. They're just going to back off for now. Going to keep farming. Still have a pretty decent advantage here. Looks like 5,000 in XP and oh, only 2,000 or so in gold. I mean, it's really the Tinker that's got the net worth here.
Is under attack.
He's got 11,000.
He probably has, I would say, I mean, like 2/3 of, or not 2/3, but like maybe 40% or something
Easily.
of their farm.
He easily holds
like a lot.
a majority.
Oh, Tinker BOTing in here. Oh, gonna cancel it. Yeah, it probably would have been a bad idea to do so.
Oh my god, I'm leaving.
Didn't have
Like
the
normally
silence
having
ready, I guess,
one
but still.
hero on your team have so much more net worth than the rest of the team is bad. But the fact that Bristle is like 500 gold less than Death Prophet and his items are already better than the Death Prophets means that
Silence.
it's actually
Puck
not
is going
that
for
bad.
a Dagon too.
That is
So,
definitely a much more popular item choice recently on Pucks.
actually, wait. Weaver's gonna go for a BKB here, or no, not. What is he going for? Is that just a casual vitality booster?
I think it is. He can turn it into a heart later.
I
He really
guess.
needs the
It's
survivability.
kind of weird.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he should definitely go for finishing his BKB.
Looks like
over a
Tide's
casual
gonna go
fight.
for a hood for now. Probably will turn into a pipe, as they do have a really good amount of magic damage here.
And
Looks like,
Weaver's
oh,
going
actually, look on
Tinker.
the side here. Yeah, Tinker taking a lot of damage from the Weaver here. They're going to get some
Weaver
TPs
needs
in
to be
here. Not
careful,
going to be able to
he's dead.
cancel it, though. And,
Oh.
oh, they do! Who had the oh, yeah, the Hex, duh. So they
Hex.
do actually manage to pick him off, and that's going to really help here, is now they may be able to defend this push here if they can get back fast enough. Going to start running over there now. He is farming feed, and will they be able to do it? 0.1 second cancel. Well, unlucky for him here, as they did just barely manage to get the Shadow Shaman in time to cancel that. Bristleback getting pretty tanky now. Has an Ogre Club, so may go for...
He's probably going for a BKB or a
Yeah.
Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah, I think a Halberd would be better.
I think BKB would be the better choice. Farm and Feed has a lot. I mean, their only real right click comes from
Weaver.
the Weaver. And Death Prophet ult is physical, but I still think that
I
if
don't
you got a
know.
Heavens, it would kind of be wasted.
You could stop the Weaver, honestly. I think...
Weaver's
I
not
don't
that
think
much of
they
a
do
threat right
too
now.
much. I mean, they have like some initial
They
burst
have Ether
magic,
Shock,
but
they
like...
have all the magic that comes out from Pugna.
I guess they have
Oh.
Pugna and Death Prophet that
Like,
keep
you have to
spamming.
remember that Pugna's ward means that Quill Spray is going to be really detrimental to Bristleback because he's losing a lot of his mana, plus he's, you know, taking
Well,
damage
you're
every
not
time
going to
he
lose
pops
too much
it.
mana, and the damage from Quill Spray is going to be very negligible because it's only 35 mana.
Well, you also have Viscous Nasal Goo to go on top of that.
Well,
Yeah, it's
I
just
mean,
nice-
these
it's
things
just
don't
nice to have
cost
the
very much
skill.
mana, man.
Is under attack.
I know. It's just nice to have the magic.
Will they
immunity.
be able to get the Tinker here? Hasn't started BOTing yet, is going to blink, and now will do so. And they're not going to go for the Bristleback on the side here. He's going to come down to bottom here. Weaver going to start running away here. Actually, the blink comes up, and is he close enough? Doesn't have any lockdown, though, unfortunately. Weaver sort of darting in and out of this. We'll end up going to the side here. Orb comes down, but he will Shikuchi out and should be fine now. Looks like they're starting to group up for a possible push here in the mid here. Do have 4 heroes. We were going to stay on the side for now. Martial Machines coming out will stop this for now. And it looks like they make... I guess they're going to go for a sort of split push for the moment. Tinker does
Go
get
with
up
the
at
Dagon
4. Yep. Gonna be a lot of good damage here for a lot of these really squishy heroes here. I mean, Weaver, Pugna, Shadow Shaman, all don't have much health here. Yep, all sitting around like 1,000 or so. Actually, wow, actually Tide has less health than the Weaver and the Pugna. That's just what happens when you don't have that great farm.
Yeah.
But this Pugna is getting pretty good farm here if you look at the net worth here. Only about 2,000 below the Tinker, and well above anything else here. And again, farm and feed, though they have the push lineup, they do also have the late game. So you could argue that this could be a
Taking time bomb.
yeah, it could also be like a mind games from them. They are smoked up here, speaking of mind games, and I feel like they should have one of them farming this for the bait. Well, they are going to have Shadow Shaman blink in. They are going to be able to quickly get this Venomancer, but is that worth it for the smoke here? They're going to have Death Prophet coming around. We'll see the Puck here. Puck going to be silenced and not able to get out with the orb, and bugs are coming in. So that's going to keep his blink cancelled, and they will be... Oh, will get the phase shift off, and has enough for the blink. Not going to happen. Gonna try the wave, and does phase shift out of it.
Death Prophet shouldn't have silenced there. She should have Crypt Swarm. She had a better chance of like doing the damage.
I don't know how large the Crypt Swarm hitbox is on the front of the wave in terms of like how much space you have.
It's like that big. Cause it's a cone, so it.
No, I don't mean sideways. I mean like the front of the wave to like the part of the wave where it doesn't do damage anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
Because you know where the Puck is, you just don't know when he's gonna come out exactly.
You can relatively time it.
Yeah, you kind of can, but it's hard with the Crypt Swarm since the Crypt Swarm goes pretty fast. Well,
Yeah.
Tinker with the Dagon 5, gonna be doing a lot of damage here once he does cast that out. Yeah, almost blows up the Pugna, and the mech comes out, but still taking a lot of damage here. They do manage to get the tower with the Exorcism as well as the Nether Blast. We were coming in on the side with the Shikuchi, so nothing happened yet. They do have a Sentry Ward just in case. Puck takes a lot of damage from the Ghosts, and we were darting in and out, just waiting for the go time here. And looks like they will end up retreating out. Actually, yeah, look at top. Tinker pushing out the lanes here.
He just dead.
Wow. Yeah, I guess they used the puck hole. I was watching the top lane for a moment here. God, Death Prophet really needs to get like a sheep stick or something. That'll really help against the Tinker. I mean, you already have the Hex.
Right now. She's got 2,800. There's no reason not to at this point.
Well, Tide does get the hood, and already with the headdress as well. It means they will have a pipe relatively shortly here, which should help a lot here. They are probably going to be able to get this tower here in the mid lane. Well, as I say that, with the amount of counter push they have with the Ether Shock and the Crypt Swarm, gonna instantly get those creeps out of there.
Yeah.
Now they have 4 people up. Weaver coming back in about 15 seconds or so. Means they may be okay here.
The push that comes out from DGZ really only is in the Tinker, and since Tinker doesn't affect towers the same way that...
Yeah.
Puck
Oh, actually, Puck
does.
blinking in. Gonna do good damage to the Shadow Shaman. Mech gets popped. Great wards coming out. And the Ravage means they're gonna get 2 kills here. Are they gonna be able to get a third one? Tinker falling low here. Bottling up and should be able to get away. Has the blink up, so will be fine. But do get 2 kills. And, oh, actually, Weaver gonna get a third one here on the side with the Venomancer. Will force staff away. But this is dead Venomancer. Yep, last hit will be able to get that. So it ends up being 3 for 1, and they save the tower as well.
And they just got the courier with a gem on
Wow.
it. Oh,
wow.
That is...
Did it have a gem? I didn't know gem dropped from couriers.
Gem,
huh.
Gem drops from anything that's carrying it when it dies.
Okay, so
That was
looks like they may be
gem.
able to get the racks here even. As Hero's down for 20 seconds, they're going to need the run for this. Yeah, Death Prophet running up to the front lines here. Gonna pop that Exorcism now, and this racks, I'm going to keep my eye on it here. No buybacks coming out, and they should be able to just get this racks here. Few seconds left, and falling low, just, yep, they do get it, so that's going to be 1 racks down. Gonna wait for the range, do get it, and the pipe goes off, so preventing any sort of damage from coming out here. Death Prophet with 5,100 gold here means they should be able to get the sheep relatively shortly here. So suddenly, farm and feed, looking like they're back in this game here. Got a racks down. And they have the late game here. XP darting back down, almost at 0 again. And Gold has actually crossed for the first time this game into Farm and Feed's hands here. Looks like they're going
That's
to
crazy,
try
dude.
to get Tinker, but he did blink out here. Gonna pop the rockets just for a little bit of harass. Just gonna bot back. Puck coming in with Haste Rune. Just gonna see if he can find anyone. Blinks up. Will just launch a little auto attack at the Pugna, but just a little high five there. Not gonna be able to do anything extra for that.
Is under attack.
And
Looks like
it
they don't have the
like-
positioning for the tier 2, so they will be able to get that.
Unless possible fortification.
Is under attack.
No, it doesn't. I guess no, they don't even have it.
So, looks like Visage did end up going for the mech here. Actually, Bristleback did get a BKB, like you said. And, actually, Death Prophet getting close to the heart here. Already has the Reaver as well as the recipe.
I don't
And
really agree with the idea of a heart. Like, yes, it's nice that your Death Prophet gets really tanky, but not having a huge amount of lockdown, it's really nice to have that in a sheepstick.
And Shadow Shaman looks like he will be going for the Ags again, which is going to help out a lot. Because these wards, actually, I have to say, they're a little bit underrated in the amount of damage that they're doing in these fights here. Because
I don't even think they're underrated.
he
They've been
pops
doing
them
an
down
insane amount of
instantly,
damage.
and you get like 3 attacks of them onto someone. That's so much damage. So Death Prophet with the heart up and 10 stacks on the Bloodstone, gonna have almost 3,000 health here. So have fun taking down that. Only 6 armor for now, but probably gonna go for like a Shiva's or something. Oh, actually, Pugna will get the Ags, so expect the sucking to begin.
Puck is almost got a blink dagger.
Well,
I-
the
not
Death
blink
Ball
dagger,
has
BKB.
finally formed, Cameron,
Yeah,
and it's
this-
here on the bot lane.
It's a bit late, but it definitely has arrived, and it is coming hard. Wow, I apologize. No, I don't. That's a great sentence. I will say that one again if I have to.
The Death Ball's here, even if it's a little bit late, but it's coming hard.
Oh yeah.
We gotta save that
oh,
one.
Pugna almost died.
Yep, almost died. The Bristleback coming in. Oh, the wards block him off for a second, and actually great Ravage gets everyone. So much damage coming out. They managed to get the Venomancer, the Visage, and the Puck as well. Almost going to be able to get the Bristleback here.
Auto attack
Get
dead.
the Urn
Dead.
off,
Oh.
and the auto attack will be able to pick it off. Tinker coming in will manage to get off the Tidehunter, but at what cost is silenced. Will be able to get away from the moment. Bristleback buying back here. The Ghosts will start to come in, and they're going to start hitting on to this tier 3 tower on the bot. Weaver a little bit low here, but should be fine for now. Silence up, and Tinker's going to have to bot back for a second, and unfortunately the respawn time a little bit too low now for them to get this push going down here on the bot lane. But another great fight for Farm and Feed. I believe it was a 4-for-1 and a buyback from the Bristleback. That ended up not doing very much at all. XP darting down here. 2,500 for Farm and Feed. Expect that to increase. And Gold going a little bit wonky here in the middle, but again, just Farm and Feed taking this game, man. A little bit late, like we said, for the Death Ball, but could be mind games. A little bit of a interesting strat here, sort of baiting them out with the initial push here, is make them think you're really going to push early, and then not. Just
on
have
your late game.
have a little bit of late game
I
here.
don't think that's mind games. I think
I
that
don't
was
think
just
I think that
Farm
was a little bit of a
Feed
mistake,
blowing their
but
early game.
like, you can pretend.
Yeah, we can pretend that they were.
It's all part of the plan, man.
masterminds.
All part of the plan.
It'd be a great plan if that was actually it.
Yeah.
So guys, alright, we're gonna lose really, really badly early game,
Guys,
and
just
then we're gonna dominate.
yeah, just make them let their guard down. It's fine. It's fine. We got this. Well, so far, little bit of a lull in the action here. As the last couple of games, we've had a lot of kills here. Already 44. So, and actually,
Over
though
a kill a minute.
at one point it was like 15-8 or even more for DGZ, but now almost back to even here. Shadow Shaman almost has the Ags here, and actually Tinker getting an E-Blade. Okay, well, they're going to
Tinker
smoke.
didn't even get the E-Blade last game, so he's more farmed this game than he was last game.
Yep, going to smoke up here. Is Farm and Feed. Gonna run into the jungle here. There is a sentry ward, and they do ping it out. But it almost looked like there was a Weaver pinging it out. Huh, weird. So, looks like they're gonna start running away here, as I guess they may have seen it. Bristleback gonna be caught out here by the heroes. Will try to TP out. Do they have a stun? They have the Ravage, but are they gonna use it? No, they did manage to hex him out, and they will be able to get the kill. Shadow Shaman will pick that one up, and that should, I believe, be his Aghanims. Yes, it is. And, looks like Tide maybe going to go for a Yules, or could be going for a Necrobook even. Death Prophet has about 2,900 gold here. See what he's going to go for next. Pugna looks like he might go for a BKB here. Has the Ogre Club.
It actually might be nice if Tide went for a 4-staff.
So Weaver actually went for a BKB and has 3,600 gold now. So we'll see what he gets after this fight here. They pop the Necrobook. And March of the Machine's coming out as fast as he can spam it, but running a little bit low on mana here. Actually hits one of the Necrobooks, taking a lot of damage. Death Prophet with the Exorcism and the wards here. Great Puck ult, just keeping them right in the spot, but so much damage coming out in the Ravage. Just getting everyone. These wards are going to end up killing the Visage here, and that's 3 kills. Venomancer's going to buy back. Puck almost dead. And, okay. The Puck ends up dying, and Death Prophet on the side, I guess it died. They will get the Tidehunter with the E-Blade and the Dagon. Will gonna work on this next Rax here. Pugna almost dead, but doesn't die from the E-Blade. Gonna try to suck him out here, and they will manage to get the Shackle and get another kill. So that's gonna be 5 kills and a buyback. And I believe actually 2 buybacks. Gonna get the Rax as well, and that's only 2 kills for DGZ, and one of them with the Bloodstone from Death Prophet means that she's already up, and almost had gotten all the way back there with the Phase Boots and the amount of speed that she gets from Witchcraft.
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking this is GG. Like, DGZ can't get back from this.
Yeah, 2 racks down, and with the amount of push they have, it'll be easy to get the 3rd one.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Well,
and now that Shadow Shaman is Aghanims, it just means that the next fight that those wards go down in is going to be slaughter.
Tidehunter is going to go for a Necrobook, so that's going to be even more push.
That is crazy. Tide with no blink has actually been doing really well this game.
Yeah.
That being said, on DGZ, Katy Perry's Puck in that last fight, holy shit.
Had a great ult, but it didn't matter.
That Drink Coil was so good.
They just have too much damage. They don't care if they're focused down at that point because they have good AoE, like the Exorcism, for example, and the Ravage. You can just stop and it'll be okay.
What Farm and Feed lack in stuns and lockdown, they make up for in just sheer AoE death.
Yeah. Pugna will have the BKB now, so that's going to be even less damage for them. They will get the Rosh here. 40 minutes in. Check the XP graph again. Wow, just falling down. 10,000 now for Farm and Feed. Just in the last, I would say it crossed 0 about 7 minutes ago. And now, actually just updated. Down to 12k now. Gold, about 8k. And this game, I would say DGZ had it. They had it in their grasp, and then let go of it, and now it's fallen, man. You got to pick that up.
Dude, they had the advantage, and they... Oh, what is this? Weaver? No. Why does it say Weaver got a scythe? That's clearly Tinker. No. No one.
I guess he bought it and then sold it. He must have bought it and sold it.
No, Weaver has the Scythe of Ice.
Okay, works for me.
It was on the courier. That's
sounds fine to me. He has enough farm. It doesn't matter.
Hey, someone needs a Scythe of Ice. And
yeah.
If your Death Prophet's too greedy to buy it, damn it, let the Weaver get it.
She's gonna get Shiva. Almost has it.
Yeah, dude.
With this tower gold that they're gonna get from this surprising outer tower that they haven't pushed yet. Should be almost to the amount that they need. Bristleback gonna run up here, has the BKB, gonna start popping those quill sprays here. Pretty tanky with the BKB as well as the Reaver and the Vanguard. Puck gonna come and gets a great ult off, but taking so much damage from the Exorcism. Bristleback's gonna end up dying here. Ravage goes off, gets the Venomancer as well. Puck's gonna try to leave here. And Visage, not a great time to come in here. Actually, Tinker can't even E-Blade Dagon someone down. Almost got the Venomancer, but not enough. So 3 kills so far. Only the Tinker and the Puck left alive. Gonna try to orb, but honestly, there's not much you can do now with the Exorcism still up. Gonna pop the Glyph now. Even with the Exorcism down, they have enough to get this third Rax, and this may be GG. I don't know. I don't think they can come back from Mega Creeps. I don't think they have that. They're gonna get the Tinker, and yep, this is GG. So upset, I would say.
Very much.
Just in. Radiant's top barracks have collapsed. Dire victory!
Yeah, with the DGZ, watching their earlier performances, they looked like a very impressive team. Not to go against Farm and Feed, because Farm and Feed also looked very impressive during this tournament. But seeing as how DGZ hasn't lost any games up until this, it was rather crazy to see how that ended up. But dude, holy shit. Like, DGZ had the early game. They managed to take what should have been an early game loss and expand it and stretch that game and make Farm and Feed work for it.
Wow. Okay, so Farm and Feed is going to go into the final against Who's That Handsome Devil. And that set, when they played against each other in the round-robin group stage, they both won one of the two games. So, I mean, on the face of it, looks like could be actually an even finals here. Finals are going to be in the Illini Union Ballroom at, like I've said, I believe 5:30. Last information I got, I know I'm going to be showing up there at 5 when I talk to one of the admins, and I'll be helping set up stuff. So, I believe scheduled for 5:39, depending on how the best of 3 works out. Could be earlier ending time, but yep, going to be Farm and Feed versus Who's That Handsome Devil in the final. Any last thoughts here from you, Cameron?
Nah, man, it should be a very good final. I'll hopefully be able to watch it while you're. I don't know if you guys are gonna have it going up live or not.
I will. I'm bringing my laptop, so I'll stream it out as best I can on the internet over there, and not gonna have a co-caster as far as I know. So I'm gonna be talking a lot, and hopefully maybe have some throat drops or something.
Dude, who knows? Maybe you'll be able to get me on somehow.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
I don't know how, but maybe.
I could maybe do it. I think. Well, I mean, I don't know how we're going to be broadcasting it in the ballroom, but definitely see if we can do that. Because I mean, the setup that we have now, on the face of it, could simply work there. But we'll see. So, thanks to everyone who's been watching. Give out some final shoutouts here. We have Radar Kuwait, as I've tried to say, and Timaste. We didn't have a lot of viewers tonight, but it's okay. It was a weird schedule here. Just had a game pop up, and yep, finals will be on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. in the Illini Union Ballroom. Hope to see you all there. Thanks, Cameron, and good night, everyone.